Welcome. Friday. Fun Day Friday. Wow. We got a lot going on today. We just made it last minute. We're live. We're here. Hopefully, everybody's got us. If not, you're not on. So, we're always on 239live.com. We're good. It's the second one on there on Facebook. There might be a couple links on there. But listen, we have a great show today. Wonderful guests. We got a ton of people. And guess what? It's Friday, big weekend. A lot of things going on in Naples. I think our residents are gone away. Gentlemen, I just want to bring everybody on. Patrick, are you good? I know he's like shooting out a bunch of information.
I am, because we had two different posts up for the live, and it's the other one. But so I'm just making sure it gets out there. All the people know where they can find us, and hopefully they're watching. Happy Friday.
Yeah. Well, did you see a little bit about what's been going on? There's a couple trials. We got Todd. I want to introduce Todd, though. Yeah, Todd, DJ Todd Rusteberg.
Maybe Todd wants to talk some Diddy with us. You want to talk about Diddy? Nothing like making someone uncomfortable.
He needs to go down. Come out of the gate.
Bring up the name Diddy.
Come out of the gate. And I know last week I said a couple things. I was like, hey, listen, I said, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we have going on. And it seems like the P. Diddy one is really big. But I am pretty amazed about what went on over in the Middle East with Donald Trump. I mean, he got a lot accomplished over there. And I think he comes back today. So, yeah.
I think even some of the lamestream media were complimenting his progress over there.
I know. It was hard for them, but they were, yeah.
Big in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. They love him over there,
They love him over there. They brought him out of mobile McDonald's.
I saw that. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's one way to show some love.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of people on.
Make sure you comment.
Yeah. Make sure you share it. So on Facebook, it was on the second one. It's a good thing I sent the second one up.
Good thing you get the second one.
Because, it gets a little bit. What happens is it gets sent. I send it as an event, and sometimes it doesn't stick. So you can always get us on 239live.com. We're always live right there. That's on the YouTube channel. So we want to make sure we do this. We want to make sure everybody gets to see it.
Absolutely. I want to give a special shout out to someone special. Told her give her a shout out. So thank you for tuning in.
Are we going to know who that is? You can't be doing that,
special shout out.
It's a special shout out.
As long as the person knows, we're good.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Absolutely. She's watching, listening in her car. So thank you for tuning in.
Oh, and hey, good week for Trump, right? How can you you know what really frustrates me? People are trying so damn hard. And listen, Trump, his bedside manner is rough, but that guy gets shit done. Like every night I go to bed, and before I go to sleep, I look at what he did, and I'm like, this stuff is amazing.
It's amazing. But the media tends to find anything they can wrong. So I hear they were complaining that he wore a blue suit to the Pope's funeral or something. It was my friend talked to me. I said, dude, you wouldn't even know about that if you weren't watching the wrong channel on the TV.
It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your opinion about him taking the jet?
Well, there's some skepticism,
Guitar, taking the
one thing you learn in life, there's nothing free, but it's a nice gift. And
let's have some comments on that. What do you guys
taking the jet from Qatar?
Carissa's on.
Good morning, Carissa.
Good morning.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. What's your thought on it, Todd?
So I think it's a little bit risky, but I think the media is turning this into, he's going to keep this after he leaves his presidency. I don't think that's the plan.
Aren't they going to use it for Air Force One?
They said no, after he's done, it could transfer over to him.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but they're certainly playing that card a lot. And it's, at least he's doing these things in the open, where we had our last president who was doing everything behind the scenes. He had 27.
Right. That's a good point. That is
shell
a good
company
point.
set up. I mean, it was completely hidden.
Well, the difference between Trump and pretty much every other president is he already had his own money. His net worth went down after he became president the first time. So he was basically doing it for all the right reason. He wasn't going in there to get rich.
Exactly.
And you have some of these politicians go in. They're worth a couple $100,000 going in. They get out, and they're worth millions and millions of dollars.
Exactly.
How does that happen?
Exactly. So when I was 18, the first president that I voted for, now this might backfire.
Jimmy Carter?
No, I'm not that old. No. Believe it or not, it was Ross Perot. I grew up as a son of a business owner, and I said, you know what, this country, even in high school, I was looking at it, and I said, this country needs to be run like a business, and or at least with that mindset, right? Conservative mindset, and do the right thing, common sense. And I voted for Ross. Now, it took some votes away from Bush.
Ross Perot?
Yeah.
Ross Perot would have been a good president.
Yeah, I think he had some good Saturday Night Live skits, too, with him. But
yeah, real good ones.
Anyway, he was. I thought he would be great. So here we are. I don't know how many years later we are, but voted for President Trump as well.
He was kind of.
And I think he's proving my point.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is what's really frustrating is no matter what he does, they go the opposite. And it's really not even party lines anymore. It's about just anything against Trump. And basically the left is really putting themselves in a real bad position because they're going down these rabbit holes that are not worth going down. I mean, this whole thing about, transgenders and listen, I'm the biggest person of, hey, when you're an adult, do what you want to do. If you want to, but men competing against women, there's no way you can come out and say, hey, that's a good thing. I know I'm from Maine, so our Maine governor has put a big fight up for this. And I know a lot of people in Maine are like, hey, we don't back that.
Right.
And they're putting themselves in a position, in a rabbit hole that they obviously can't get out of.
Yeah, but I'm all for people making their own choices, making themselves happy, right? But when it does affect, if you had, just for an example, if you had a daughter in high school that was a state level competitor in a sport, and then you had somebody that was coming in as a male fighting against her in, say, in wrestling or whatever the case may be, and it takes her scholarships away, I think that's where, you got to look at it and say, this just isn't right.
Scholarships and really puts safety in danger too.
Exactly.
We saw that happen in the Olympics. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, like, if you put your family in those positions, and I would say that should be a test for a lot of decisions, right? Like, put your family in that position and see if that would be something that would be worth. But please give us some comments. Let us know. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Meredith. JT in the house. Let's scan through these. Yeah, and your mother says that blue is a new black.
Of course, she had to give her
everyone in fashion, and she is Miss Fashion.
She's definitely a fashionista.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody. It's going to be a good weekend. We gotta. Anything big going on, Pat, that you know of?
Not necessarily. Nothing.
We do have some things that we're going to show up here in a little bit.
My daughter has a recital tomorrow. That's pretty big.
That's a real big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal to me.
Now, where does she go? Where does she go to her dance school?
The Dance
City?
Dance City Productions.
Yeah, up in by Sam's Club and
by
that
Sam's
Plaza,
Club,
Rusty's
exactly.
and all that. Yeah.
What kind of dance does she do? A mix of hip hop and ballad. They've got so many different types out there now.
Yeah, it's just I think this team is more like 90s.
Okay,
but they do a little bit of everything. Yeah.
And I really want to make sure we put this up. This is an important thing. Mission Barbecue has done an unbelievable job.
Shout out Beth.
Yeah, shout out Beth, Joe, all the folks over there.
Jenna.
Yeah, this is a big day. And then
big week.
Yeah, big day, big week. Tomorrow.
Did you go there for Air Force?
I didn't make it yesterday. I really wanted to get over there. I've got a busy day today. I'm going to try a Coast Guard day. But tomorrow for lunch, I'm definitely going to get over there at some point. It's going to be lunch with heroes, and obviously our heroes are our veterans.
Yes.
I believe, I've been told there's going to actually be a couple World War II veterans there. Which, how about eating lunch with a couple World War II veterans?
When we were there about a month ago, they were doing a special birthday dinner for a gentleman who served in World War II, Vietnam, and the Korean War.
Wow.
How many people, especially living people,
crazy.
Can say
be a very small
yeah.
And Tim, I know you served as well, so thank you for your service.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Todd. That
you were a veteran?
Means a lot. Yeah, I'm a veteran here. When you're up in Canada, running from going in the military. Yeah, I was serving. I was serving my country proudly. Proudly, I was doing it. But yeah, so
a big shout out. Good morning, Frank Messina.
Frank. Let's go. I'm going to put some of these.
Great to formally meet you yesterday, sir.
Up there, yeah. And we're, it's so funny. I go places and everybody's like, hey, you're on the 239 Live. And I'm like, yeah, we do that. So listen, if you have a business, you have an organization, you have something you want to put out there, we're going to put up your slide here in a little bit. make sure that make sure you give us a call. We'd love to have you in.
Message,
just, sit down, message us, call us, however you want to do it.
I'm going to give you Tim's direct phone number. You can call him anytime, anytime
of
night,
anytime,
morning.
Anytime, yeah. I'm used to that type of stuff, Patrick.
I know.
I'm all about it.
Should be, yeah, the brisket is great at Mission Barbecue. That's probably my favorite thing too, Frank. Lean or moist? Do you get lean or moist? You go to Mission Barbecue at all?
I've been there in Chicago a couple of times, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's one in near my town there.
Yeah,
in
Chicago.
Yeah,
no, I know that they just started expanding out to the West Coast, but
yeah, there's one in Lombard in Chicago. It's close to Oak Brook, where I'm from. So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
like their mission more than anything, right?
Absolutely, no, it's definitely.
You get the national anthem at noon.
Yes, I was there for that. I love that.
You get a little snack if you're a veteran. It's always good. And every time I go in there, I think I gain a few pounds, but thanks to Beth and everybody there, it's very important.
Great barbecue.
Also, I wanted to do this, make sure to put this up, the Rolling Thunder Ride for Freedom. And that's going to be actually Memorial Day weekend, the 23rd through the 25th at Lashley Park in Punta Gorda. They are still looking for volunteers or sponsorships, I should say. And Carl is going to be here on Monday, and he's going to talk about that. I got in touch with him on Monday. So Carl's going to be here talking a little bit about that Rolling Thunder ride. And Rolling Thunder's great. I drive a Harley, so that's kind of cool. And you get those guys together. And anytime we can, get that word out for our veterans, it's just a great thing. So yeah, awesome.
Absolutely. Got a lot of people tuning in. Speaking of
Chicago,
Joe Pavich.
Joe Pavich. I'm trying to get. Let's get some of these shout outs, Frank. Thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. Jim, good morning.
Wow.
Jim, did you get your shirts? Thanks you get your 239 shirts. I'm not sure if Meredith held them back on you, but if you could let me know, that'd be good. Yeah, maybe sold them to you on the side. I'm not sure if she did that. Deb, you are so supportive. Always, you've been supportive of everything we do down here in Collier County. Come down and visit us. Veterans, always in your heart. So, and we're looking for Chickabee. Is she on today? I don't know.
Yeah, where's Chickabee?
Chickabee's usually giving us a hard time.
Let me make sure she's got the right link.
Yeah. And there's Carl. Thank you, Carl. Jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage and brisket combo. Carl, I got your email. I sent it to you this morning. Just wanted to verify. When I get these messages, sometimes they're all over the place, so I don't know what day's coming. So we're going to see you on Monday.
The jalapeno sausage. That's the brisket and the jalapeno
you get that
sausage.
One too.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Those are my two go-tos.
Thanks for jumping on, Carl.
Morning, Carl.
We love it. Yeah,
he's coming on Monday, you said?
He's coming on Monday.
That might be a little bit of a...
Well, we'll squish him in for sure.
Well, no, because Monday we're going to be at...
Oh, Carl, get with me.
Yeah.
We're going to be at I forgot. We're going to be at a studio. We're going to be doing.
Well, we could promote that if you want.
If you want to come down, actually, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Just come down to. We're going to be just at a different location. Just get with me. We'll
you can
verify
we can plug it if you want.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be at.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Perfect segue.
We got to do that anyway.
We're going to be doing a special Monday show appearance. It's going to be pretty fun, pretty cool. We're going to be at Torch Hot Yoga.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Johnson. Listen to this crew that let me see if I can tag her real quick. So we're gonna do kind of a special Monday show, have some fun, do some reels. But so Monday we're gonna be live from Torch Hot Yoga. Okay.
Are you gonna be actually in the studio with them burning up?
We're gonna be burning it up.
burning it up.
Doing the whole
plastic for the microphone. So
whole nine. It's gonna be myself, Timmy G.
Yeah.
Listen to this lineup. Myself, Timmy G, Blake Becker, Larry Love.
Is Larry going to be there?
Larry's going to be there.
Okay.
Patrick Dearborn.
Okay.
And Kevin Wilkinson.
What a
crew, huh?
Crew that is, yeah.
That's not a motley crew. I don't know what is.
That's a good crew. I did hot yoga for about 6 months just to try it. They said, it'll help your back. I'm really kind of like not limber. And I definitely hurt my back in yoga, which it seems completely crazy. But the reason I actually quit was because, the mats, it was a packed house. And somebody had done their little hand swing like this. The sweat came over and just dripped right across my cheek into my lip. And I was like, oh, God, I'm out. I was done. I never went back after that.
I just don't want that happening on
It was
Monday.
disgusting. Yeah.
Monday, yeah.
Joe Pavich, what's up, my man?
Up.
Morning.
Got a little bit.
Anyone ever tell you look like George Michael?
That's one that I got back in my youth.
Back in the day?
Yeah, when I'd grow the scruff out a little bit. Yeah.
Did you have the what is this called? 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3
6
o'clock.
o'clock.
Yeah, you guys
5
got
o'clock
it going
shadow.
on.
Yeah.
You guys got it going on.
Preferences are different than his, but
Yeah.
I definitely got told that I looked.
I don't know what
like
that
him.
means, but no.
We got a little Joe.
Speaking
Joe
of which,
in the house.
what's with the funny comments on my picture with Kevin?
Well, I wish I had the picture here. You had a picture of you and Kevin. You guys were super, super, super cuddly.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, you guys are like
there was no
you guys are
cuddling
like-
in the
it's like-
picture.
let me
It's
bring you something.
2025. Anything goes. That's cool, Patrick.
Yeah, it's cool, buddy. We're, don't take it so difficult.
I don't.
But
it was just.
But here it is. It's like
a
this
picture.
because of the pictures. There's a picture,
There was no
there's a picture of me
contact.
there's a picture of difference between me taking a picture like this
Here, I'll
or
pull-
me taking a picture like this.
Aw,
With Patrick,
sweet,
it's a
though.
big difference.
For
Here,
Valentine's Day or
I'll
something.
pull
or-
up the- no,
It's
just.
it's super.
There's
like,
no.
yeah.
I don't think there's even any. Well, I guess a little bit, but
Let me,
there's not.
let me bring the handy cam out. Do you have the
I think
picture?
I think it's a good picture. What do you?
Hold it.
What do
Let
you
me
think?
see here.
Oh, the handy cam. All right, wait. That's
Hold
an
on, let's
interesting
bring
name
it-
for it.
let's-
That's cute.
Let's
I
bring
mean,
the
I don't.
handy cam.
It's just a
like a
picture.
prom
Patrick,
photo.
bring it over here real quick. Okay, check this picture out. Okay, that to me is
I don't think we're even touching.
I just said all I wrote
might be a
back.
pose.
I said on the comment, I said congratulations. That's all I
on
said.
what?
That's all I
Congratulations
said,
on
buddy.
what?
I just said
great
congratulations. That's it. Why?
Kevin's a great guy,
why
too,
would
by
you?
the way.
Kevin's
I
a
met
great
Kevin
guy.
since
They're
he's
switching
not.
up on us, Kev.
Why would you like take anything?
I don't. I'm just saying, what's the big deal? Because a couple other people mentioned some. I'm comfortable in my own skin.
That's fine. It's okay. Like I said,
It is okay. Morning, Joe. What's the hip hop song of the day, Joe? I know you texted me one earlier, but what's the jam? Joe Pavich from Chicago, South Side, actually.
Oh, Southside. Okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
love Joe Pavich. Todd's
Can't
a
beat
Chicago
the
guy
Southsiders.
too. Where in Chicago are you from?
So actually, I grew up near St. Louis. I moved to Chicago about 28 years ago.
Okay.
And, I live in Oak Brook, which is west of the city.
That's a nice area.
It's about 17 miles west of the city.
Yeah.
And we get outside that crazy, Chicago that basically changes the vote for the entire state, right? So everything outside
A lot of dead people vote in Chicago
True,
too, so you
true.
got to factor
but everything
that in.
outside of Chicago is the rest of the state's all pretty much red, which is
Yeah.
kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
It's a
You'd be
big
so
state.
there's a lot of areas, different states where you think they're just liberal, but there's just hardcore parts. But then you move outside, like even California's got some really red areas
Right.
too.
Exactly.
So
Orange
Yeah,
County,
so let's find out a little bit about Todd.
Yeah.
we want to dig
let
deep.
me-
Real quick, Todd. I want to kind of bring you up here, but what how long have you been in Naples? That's always my
So,
first question I ask.
3 years. I bought 3 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
down
You're
here.
getting there as being like
you're a COVID transplant.
little
some-
season.
somewhat.
Not really, a little bit after.
A little bit,
Unfortunately,
a little bit after, but
being a real estate agent, you would think I would know when to buy. But my wife really wanted to get down here as well. So here we bought in 22, which is about the peak.
Yeah.
Of the peak. And we
Well,
bought it in the
I
month
saw
of the
what you
peak.
pulled up in, so I think you're doing okay.
Yeah, it's all right. But we had, my brother-in-law moved down here, and a year before, actually, he was looking. He bought at the right time. And then we got interested in it, came down, visited, and just absolutely loved North Naples.
So you actually
And-
came and visited because a lot of people during that time were just buying pictures and had never even come to Naples
Well,
or seen the house.
You're right. So we did buy it sight unseen.
Sight-
However, but we kind of fell in love with it when we visited it, and then we bought it
Sure.
a year later.
Okay.
But yeah, so the realtors with the FaceTime, we bought just like that. So, and then I love it down here. You find a lot of Chicago people down here, which is nice. It seems like a lot of the New Yorkers go to
Chicago people.
the other side of Florida, but we're seeing even some New Yorkers.
You've
down here.
definitely seen some
And I
New
think we're getting
Yorkers,
the good
New
ones.
Jersey.
It seems like we're getting some
We
good
got to get the good New Yorkers,
Right.
yes.
What's a good New Yorker?
One that
That votes
understands,
Republicans?
why they needed to move from New York.
they understand why they moved from New York instead of saying, "Hey, the way we did it up in New York, we really don't care."
And then
who
why
it up
did you
in New
move
York."
here? If
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
I had a big
exactly.
debate with someone that moved from San Francisco, complained, how the city just went to crap and stuff. And I said, well, you're going to vote Republican now, right? Because they've been a lifelong Democrat. And they said, no, I'm still going to vote Democrat. I'm like, this makes zero sense. You're leaving a city because of its Democrat liberal policies, and you're going to continue to vote that way and mess up an area you just moved to. That doesn't make any sense to me, but I digress. I apologize.
No, that's right.
Calumet City. That's where Joe,
Calumet City.
yeah.
Shout out to Calumet.
I've got a little former family in Schaumburg, Illinois, which is right up.
Little
Was
north.
it the Western?
That's north.
Yeah, Northwestern or whatever.
West.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So spend some time there. Chicago's a really nice place. It gets
great food.
I think it gets a little bit of a
scene.
bad rap.
Yeah, I've lived in New York in Manhattan for 4 years, and I absolutely love Chicago. I was happy to. I mean, New York was great, but it was time to get out of there. And just Chicago's much more livable, right? You can be in the city in an hour. You can be in the country. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's more of a project to get out of the city in New York.
Yeah, and Chicago. It's kind of, it feels like when you're there, it's kind of spread. So it's like not too difficult to navigate. Like you said, when you get to New York, depending on which borough you're in, you're Manhattan, it's taking you a while to get out of there.
Sure,
and you could be buried there for a while.
It's
Brooklyn.
Yeah. Chicago's a grid too, so it's easy to get around.
Right,
but New York I drove in New York. I drove in India at one point, and I
Really?
will tell you, it's very similar.
India?
India.
Like
yes.
India, not Indiana?
No, India.
It's funny you say that. We know a guy from India.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead real
You
quick.
wanna-
we got to play this video. And
Sorry, we're all over the place. But you just
It's working well for my ADD.
Hey.
I heard, I got serious ADD. You
listen,
said India. Well, speaking of India.
listen,
This
everybody.
was not planned, guys.
No, it's a great segue.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah,
anybody.
you have no idea what we're about to show. And we're playing the PG version.
There's more stuff going in a parking lot over there. It's kind of like this big reptile crossing the parking
Oh,
lot.
wow.
Are you
And
serious?
it's not a T-Rex either, over by the sign. But anyway, so every morning I need you guys to go in. His name is
Rohan.
And
7-Eleven.
the 7-Eleven at a Mockley and airport across from Sam's Club. But every time we go in, we never know what we're going to get when we go in. But I want you guys
Today
to watch
was
this video.
extra special. But
Yeah. Let's go ahead and run this.
so this
go ahead
is
and
morning
run
about
this video.
6:15 a.m.
I got to make sure I get the audio up. Make sure I get the volume up. So that's good. Let's go ahead and run it.
Who's that handsome?
This is us in the morning. Nice, you got shorts on today. I'm glad you're coming to work.
Casual Friday. Can we get your casual?
This is Rohan. When we go in, make sure you go in and see him and say you know him from the TV show.
How are you?
Good morning, Rohan. He works all the time. What do you got going on today? 7-Eleven.
Any specials today?
Nothing special today.
Nothing special.
Banana special today. Fresh one.
Fresh banana. We don't know what that's all about. We don't.
Yeah, everything fresh.
When was the last time you changed this up? You do a pretty good job over here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got ripped off. So this is the parking lot.
Next meal right there.
That's fresh.
That's fresh. So fresh.
Parking lot.
They got it out in the parking lot.
This thing just runs around.
The rooster.
7-Eleven.
The rooster sandwich is excellent there.
All right.
This rooster just hangs out there.
So
It's
if you
freaking
get a
insane.
chance to go by there, make sure to say hi to Rohan. He's always good to us. He does beat us up on the food, though. I mean, he like those little pastries.
Try to whack us. Try to slip
it
in a
was
couple
like-
bucks.
Yeah, try to slip a couple bucks in on us. I don't know.
Yeah, let me tell you, you're not going to pull a fast one on me when it comes to. It's a long story, but yeah, try to sneak an extra $2. Like Rohan, come on, we're regulars. What's going on here?
We got
Everybody's
Frank's.
got to make some dough, I guess. Yeah.
Frank's chiming in. Redhead Piano Bar downtown. Joe
Redhead-
Wrigley Field.
Redhead Piano Bar down. Is that a Chicago reference?
Probably.
Yeah,
Hi, Ida. Yay. See you later
Spent
this
many
evening.
late nights at the Redhead Piano Bar.
Love that rooster.
Sounds, you know, the rooster, Frank. That thing. But Tim brought a good point. That rooster's got to be lonely because it's just got no friends out
Well, his
there.
wife probably already got eaten, so who knows? They probably made him into the sandwich.
The rooster's there every morning.
Maybe he goes to Blue Martini on the weekend.
Yeah,
and,
he
gets
goes
a little
in.
action and goes back. It's got to be lonely.
Something's
You're the
got to
only
be going
rooster.
on. But
What's another name for a rooster?
I don't know.
So he's popular when he walks in. He walks in Blue Martini, and he's the most popular guy in town there.
Hey, I like Todd. Todd's easy roll. He's an easy roll. Just let it go. So
India. Let's go back to the driving in New York. In
let's
India, being
Yeah.
we got a little digress.
sidetracked. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in India, I visited there a few times, and I talked to one of these rickshaw drivers, right? And it was kind of on a side street, but he let me, I gave him a little tip. I said, "Can I drive your rickshaw?" Which is their lifeblood. Like that's the way they make the money. A lot of these guys.
Yeah.
But he did let me drive this thing because $10 is probably more than he made all week, right?
Yeah.
And I was just driving kind of on a side road. But the thing about India is that there's main streets, and then there's the sidewalks, and then there's the cows and the goats and the cats and the dogs that you have to dodge in the street. So they take
In the street.
sidewalks in the street, yeah. So they they'll be driving on the sidewalks. And it's a very cooperative, this is the difference between New York and India. It's a very cooperative kind of driving. One difference. Well, there's a few. But cleanliness is
close, though.
So it's interesting. It's very cooperative over in India. Like the reason they honk is to communicate.
Okay.
So they're just coming around, hey, honk, nice little tap, and they get around them. In New York, no. It's followed by a middle finger.
Yeah, right.
Usually,
right.
and it's aggressive. So,
right.
You know,
or a gunshot.
Yeah, you go to a lot of cities, you know, like down in Colombia, and I mean, it's basically the honk is just to let you know, hey, I'm around.
Right.
You know, obviously, like you said, you honk at somebody here, you're probably going to get a gun.
Exactly.
A finger if you're lucky, a gun if you're unlucky.
Right.
But chances are they're one and the same.
That's
so
right.
yeah, so
it's an interesting, but New York is a pretty crazy place to drive. Barcelona is another crazy place to drive. Those are probably my top 3.
Anywhere in Europe, kind of, you know, it's probably the roads are a little bit more narrow.
Yeah, and there's no grid in Barcelona. It's everywhere. You're going one way, and then there's a one-way coming at you at an intersection. You have to make a right.
I may have asked you this when you were on at the mini bar pop-up podcast, but have you ever been to Prague?
I've not been to Prague. I was just in the Czech Republic.
Where in Czech Republic?
I was over in Zadar, Croatia.
Okay.
So we had a jet surf race over there actually, and I went over to support my buddies. It was the professional team that went over there, and I went over and stayed there about 12 days. And I did some racing myself, but I didn't do the actual World Cup over there.
Croatia's beautiful.
Yeah, Croatia's
one of the most beautiful.
I was there a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So
What would say your top 3 favorite countries that you have visited outside the U.S.?
I would say Italy is probably number 1.
Okay.
Greece is another, and I was just over there last summer as well. And I would say I'd love to put India in there. I mean, it's beautiful for its own. It's beautiful for its own thing. We did it nice. We did it, all the nice places.
Sure. he didn't
overall
the slums.
I would say Spain would be the third one.
I've heard Spain. I've never been to Spain, but I've heard Spain's absolutely beautiful and amazing.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
but
gorgeous.
You got to check out Prague. Prague's a beautiful city.
Yeah, I haven't been to France or anything yet. I was supposed to go this summer. We canceled that trip, but yeah, I'm sure it's nice as well.
Okay, and so as we digress, so you moved down here 3 years ago.
Yes,
Realtor in Chicago.
That's
obviously.
right.
And you kind of specialize.
Yeah, so in residential,
and people from transplants.
Yeah,
right?
transplants, right. So my whole business model is really helping the people from Chicago because we do have so many people come down here to transfer down into Naples, and I know both markets very well, so I can take care of them on both sides of the equation. I've got my Illinois license as well. And I travel back and forth as needed to do that. But I spent 35 years in corporate America before I retired a couple of years ago. And I'm doing a number of things. So real estate's kind of my lifeblood. That's where I make the money. But I do a lot of other things for fun. My old passions are coming back. So I DJ.
Yeah, I think we might have a picture up of Todd.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Well, and it's so funny because you're very similar to me. I'm retired, and everything I do now is because I like doing it.
Exactly.
But you don't DJ on the side, Tim.
Well, I'm thinking about it.
You thinking about it, DJ Timmy G?
Yeah, I'm really.
Look at this. Look at this shot.
Let's do this shot.
So this
that's more of a real estate.
This is the professional real estate.
Yeah,
right.
Todd, you know, this is.
Had I known you were going to show these, I would have sent many more better pictures than these. But
I think you're just fine, my friend.
So
if you want to buy a house, you call this guy. If you want to
go
to a rave,
if you want to party
you
tonight,
call this guy.
I'll tell you what. If you buy a house from me or I sell your house, I will do your open house with this board right here.
You did an open house. Derek Carlson, that event he did at the Penthouse, and you DJ'd there.
That's right. There was a fundraiser as well. Thank you.
Yeah,
it was a fundraiser as well. So it's kind of nice combining all of these passions that I have together. And I do jet surf racing, which is a motorized surfboard. I've got my boat captain's license, and basically I found a way to.
You're like MacGyver, but like a different style.
Well, I found a way to take a midlife crisis and turn it into kind of a side hustle,
a business.
Portfolio.
Yeah, I like that.
Everything is just really for fun.
Absolutely.
I got to make some money somehow. So
and have some fun doing it, right?
Yeah, I have a blast.
Absolutely. And some of the gigs that you've DJ'd at, you kind of want to.
Oh, so my favorite gigs
are
really out at the University of Arizona. My son goes there. My daughter goes there as well. She's transferring to Ohio State now.
So what do they do? Like, dad's coming in town?
Oh,
bring over the girls or what?
It's insane.
Oh, you're married. So.
Yeah, I'm married. Yeah. So, but it's an insane environment out there. My son, he always sets me up with some great, venues to play at, and we do back to back a lot of times. So he'll be up there with me. He's funny because we have differences on musical opinions, and I have.
What's the differences on musical opinions?
So he's like, well, at this bar, they only do EDM, and this is all they ever do, and this is just it's house, right? That's what we do.
Yeah.
I said, okay. I said, but it's Parents' Weekend this weekend, so I'm gonna mix in some of my other stuff, but it's gonna be an EDM version of it. Is that cool? No, they don't play that stuff at these bars. So we go play.
Guarantee you.
And I pulled some of that out, and I mean the crowd went crazy. So at 3 a.m. after we're done, he sends me this text. He goes, "Dad, you were right on the music. That was a good choice." So I've saved him with music. He's saved me with music, and it's just a beautiful relationship.
That's a good way to bond with your.
And when you say your music, like what kind of style do you have?
So I grew up in the kind of in the 80s. Was my thing. So I do love house.
Yep.
And I do love EDM, but I like that the dance music, the club music back in the the rap, all of that. I really like it, but
What's some of your go-to jams you like to play to get the crowd lit, as the kids would say?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it depends, but Peggy Gao is a good one. That's the artist. But
what about like Robert Miles?
I don't do much Robert Miles. Christopher Lake is a great producer that I play a lot of. Pausa, another one. Guetta is always a classic.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta love Guetta. Yeah, Tiesto.
David Guetta?
Yeah.
David Guetta.
You're good. Nice.
Avicii was just kind of the guy that
I like to impress
Avicii
Pat
set
every
the
now
bar, right? Yeah, Avicii set the bar for like putting DJs, just.
That's what DJ Riffic mentioned.
Did he?
Yeah. You ever been to Club Space?
I haven't yet. No,
You've never been to Club Space. Oh. Wow, that's. I would not go there anymore, but back in my day,
I have not made it there yet, but and when they ask me to play there, I will go.
Oh, that place is wild. I mean, they're open 24 hours.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane.
I've seen a lot of videos and things.
A lot of energy and brain cells were lost at Club Space back in the day.
Give a little rapid fire. You're good at that.
Rapid fire, one or the other.
A little rapid fire.
Oh God, I'm not going to know one of the names probably, so I'll just say the other one. But I've seen
maybe a little restaurant wise stuff like that.
All right,
Club Naples.
You got to pick one or the other. If you pick both,
okay,
we call you a Democrat.
Okay.
So we don't want that and put you on the spot here. You asked for it, all right, Timmy? Because a lot of people say I'm an asshole with this rapid fire stuff. But it's caught on. Like easy. I see a couple other podcasts kind of using it. Not that I came up with the game, but Fifth Ave or Mercado.
Different vibes. I'll go Fifth Avenue overall. It's just it's a chill vibe. I like it.
Campiello or Tulia?
Tulia.
Yeah, I agree. Patrick Dearborn or Joe Pavich?
Oh my gosh. This is a risky one.
Right for the dagger.
Got a little different shot.
You see how I slipped?
I promise I'm not a Democrat.
Work.
Both of them. I love both of those guys.
That's fine. I love both of them too. So, and you kind of put me on the spot with
I think a good one to ask too, and we always ask our people here, favorite place to eat.
I'm just trying to think. So let's do Trulux or Ocean Prime.
I usually start my evenings at Ocean Prime. Yeah.
You guys have heavy duty wallets, man. I see the places you eat.
You mean you guys have to buy there?
Oh, there you go. See,
somebody's always buying.
I'm like, I need to get on some mail plan. You guys,
you do food reviews, and people are kind. So we
maybe I'll do that.
Blessed.
I'm a DJ and an influencer, food influencer.
Yeah,
how about that?
We're actually doing one today. Myself, Built to Eat, and it's 239 Live to Eat too as well. We kind of tie it in, and myself, Blake, and a couple special guests today are gonna say it. Well, I just kind of do the shooting, but Celebration Park. Try all the food trucks.
Love that.
Yeah,
love that place. Coming from the boat, it's a really nice place. But I met Blake, by the way. If you're talking about
Blake Becker,
yeah, Blake Becker. I met him at the last Naples Lifestyle event.
Yeah,
he's fantastic as well. Just great people.
My guy, Blake Becker. He used to watch and listen. Now he's too busy. He doesn't remember. He used to come on.
We gave him a shout out. He's going to watch this one.
Be on there.
Well, speaking of Blake Becker, do
you
want to roll in, pay a couple bills?
Yeah, we always like to do that. Blake is one of our faves here, and also we have so many sponsors that are coming on board. Thank you so much. Obviously,
got
a little shake out to Acres Plumbing.
Yeah.
They have
our neighbor.
They have to be our neighbors here.
Big shout out to Acres Plumbing.
Super good people. And also, they come in and they fix our toilet, which is amazing, and they've done so many things for us.
Yeah,
and we appreciate them. And
they
I think they're going to be next week. They're going to help sponsor too as well, right?
Week after next, we're gonna have a couple people on for Acres Plumbing, but they'll be involved in the cold. So we're doing the cold plunge too.
Okay,
I saw the first one.
I did.
We raised about $5,000 for charity, which it's all about. It was cool, but we had a lot of fun in the process. Yeah. Patrick Dearborn held his breath underwater in 43-degree weather for 10 minutes. I repeat, 10.
That was actually
now
very
you're trying
crazy.
to 10 minutes. Wait a second. Now 10 separate.
It was 1
minute at a time.
1 minute.
Okay, got it.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, I mean, he really loves Patrick. So
he's trying to get people to watch that podcast.
Sorry,
it's amazing.
He was in the water for.
That was David Blaine.
It's my ADD.
David Blaine.
Yeah, I know.
Patrick's like David Blaine.
So he was in the cold plunge for 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then held his breath underwater for a minute. But knowing Patrick Dearborn, what an amazing guy Patrick Dearborn is, he could probably do that. Anything Patrick Dearborn sets his mind to, he could do. And I can still say it because you didn't put the thing up. So I can say Patrick Dearborn.
Today. You're good today.
He's a renaissance man. That guy is unreal.
Love Patrick Dearborn.
And a good example of how our referrals work. Meredith said she gave Blake a referral yesterday.
Did.
So we have such a good group of people.
She absolutely
we are getting, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 views, and we're just slowly building it up. But couldn't do it without everybody watching, and make sure we comment a lot and pass it on. Real quick though, hey Renato, thank you so much. Can't wait for our cold plunge Friday, which is next week. We got to get that. We got to start promoting that.
Yeah, we got some great people, and I'm going to confirm that everyone's in for the next one, part 2. But we got about 7 or 8 people. He's going to bring in the party plunge.
Oh, nice.
Which holds 6 to 8 people. Could get a little crazy, a little silly, a little fun. You ever do a cold plunge?
I've done one. Yeah,
it's pretty amazing actually.
And
I was kind of knocking it and made fun of Pat and Blake for making such a big deal out of it. And then I ended up going in and felt amazing. It really did.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I did it one time at a spa. They had like a 10-foot cold plunge, and you just jump in and then take the exit ladder. And that was probably the last time I did it. Kind of, it's the opposite of hot yoga, but it's just as painful.
You should do a hot yoga and a cold plunge.
Very invigorating.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. Let's put a big shout out to our buddy Blake Becker, and along with all of our other sponsors.
Thanks for watching and commenting, Blake.
To our show sponsors, Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality. They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time, and it's looking great. Remember, contact Becker Custom Builders.
Show is brought to you by Vanguard Partners, a consulting agency built for service-based business owners. If you've been giving away control of your success to marketing agencies, coaches, or even your accountant, it's time to take it back. Vanguard Partners was founded by Bryce, a business owner who owns 3 service-based companies himself. He'll teach you how to generate your own leads, create offers customers actually want, and manage your cash, percentages, and key performance indicators so you're not stuck guessing what's next. Visit Now Trade Money Biz Profit to book a free call and get your business back on track.
Very excited to share news about our great affiliate product, CellFit. CellFit is the first and only therapeutic enzyme that utilizes breakthrough cellular technology to make every cell in your body stronger and healthier. The benefits people are seeing are incredible. Pain is gone. Sleep is better. Energy is increased. Clarity is sharpened. Memory is enhanced. Skin is more clear and radiant. It's 100% bioavailable, which means it starts working right away. It's 100% natural and definitely no junk from China. Get fit from the inside out and get yours today at getselfit.com.
Hey, Patrick, did you take your CellFit today?
Elevate the elegance of your home with Clean and Seal Curb Appeal. Our premium brick paver sealing enhances color, adds lasting protection, and delivers a polished, upscale finish. Clean and Seal, bringing timeless curb appeal to your home.
Hey folks, let's talk about Acres Plumbing. Acres Plumbing started in 1974 and is one of Naples' original local plumbing companies. They take great pride in being part of the town's growth, through many plumbing projects completed. Acres Plumbing is family-owned and operated, licensed, and insured. They offer new construction, remodel, and traditional service plumbing. Their plumbing services cover everything from installation and repairs to maintenance, ensuring your plumbing runs smoothly. Where quality doesn't cost, it pays. Remember, Acres Plumbing.
This episode is fueled by sweat, smiles, and Torch Hot Yoga, Naples' infrared heated yoga studio located on Bayshore, just off 41. Whether you're seasoned at yoga or can't touch your toes yet, Torch has a spot for you. With 5 classes a day during the week and 2 on weekends, there's always time to get hot, stretchy, and maybe a little sweaty. But it's not just about the workout. Torch is all about community, connection, and that feel-good glow that sticks with you long after you roll up your mat. Plus, we've got awesome workshops coming up, so keep your eyes and chakras open. Come for the heat, stay for the vibe. Try Torch Hot Yoga today.
Wow, we're going to be at Torch Hot Yoga on Monday morning. So
Monday morning.
We are going to try to go semi-live on Monday morning, so make sure you join us. It could be a little bit of a fun
It's going
thing
to be crazy.
see how we're
So
doing.
we got Monday morning, we got myself, Timmy G, Patrick Dearborn, Larry Love, Blake Becker, and Kevin Wilkinson doing hot yoga.
Wow.
It's going to get
I
interesting.
may show up just to heckle you guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
Stand outside
absolutely.
the studio and maybe yell in the door every once in a
I'm
while.
going to go through some of these comments real quick. Obviously, Renato.
What's up, Renato?
Bring
Cold
Party
Punch
Punch
2
next Friday. We always love that. Meredith, woo! I'm not looking at these comments before I put them up, so give me a link and I'll get it done. I'll tell you, Meredith, you want to get something out? Meredith will put it out. I love it.
What is she putting out?
Good morning, Michelle. But I don't know what Meredith has put up. Meredith, what are you putting out? Oh, you're terrible, Patrick. This is a
business.
Back to commercial break.
Yeah, there you go. Selffit. Get selffit.com. Thank you. Love it. You're good. Yeah, she can park there. It's good. You guys don't have to worry about it. We have the studio is wild today. So I'm going to put a little handy cam up so we can
see our visitors.
See everybody coming in.
The green room.
Yes, look, the green room is filling up. Look at this. We got a good group of people.
Good morning.
And hey, we're here and we're live.
Yeah.
Love it.
Always
so what else
live.
is going on, Patrick?
So we're going to talk to Todd about jet surfing.
Sure. So jet surfing is when I mentioned that word, people are like, "What is that?" And I said, "It's motorized surfboard racing. Basically, is what we do." So it's based out of the boards are actually built in the Czech Republic.
Really?
And it was the company was
Great
started
country.
by it's awesome. There's a guy named Martin Sula who started the company. He was a Formula One engine builder, so he's an engineer, and he found a way to build a very small, high-performance engine to put inside a surfboard. And it's called Jet Surf. It was started in 2008 in the Czech Republic. It came to the United States around 2010, 2012. And I've been racing for about 3 years in the circuit, and mostly in the United States. They do have international races. Those are for, the World Cups and things like that. I don't perform in the World Cups. I'm like twice the age of most of these guys. Now we've got 10
What are you, like 35?
Oh, yeah, 35. I work in corporate America since I was 0. So, yeah, that gives you an idea. 35 years in corporate, retired for 2 years. So do the math, I guess, on that. But, yeah, so it's an incredible sport. I also am the ambassador for that company in the Midwest. So if anybody wants to try jet surf, go to jetsurfusa.com. You can sign up under, I don't know what the title is. It's like try before you buy.
Yeah.
And you can sign up for the Midwest experience.
You get like a demo?
Me. Yeah, I do a demo.
Yeah.
Yep. And, it's a small fee, but, I'm not making money on that part of it. It's just really just to get people interested in the sport. And we have a blast with it.
See, it started in the Czech Republic, Tim. See, everything great starts in the Czech Republic.
Hockey, pretty much. It's about that's the only other thing I know that's in the Czech
So
Republic.
you jet surf, you DJ, you sell houses. Is there anything you don't do? Stay busy.
TBD.
Huh?
Yeah. No, the boat captain thing. I do have my boat captain's license, which I'm going to, basically when I get down here full time, I'm down here real seasonally right now, 6 months or so. I do plan on doing some charter services and things like that.
Wow.
But yeah, that'll be fun. I'll just keep it interesting.
And that's a good thing to mix up with the real estate as well, because
For sure.
you bring people down and be like,
yeah.
hey, let's go look at a little fancy
Close
place
in-
called Port Royal.
Right.
You know, there's
And then you got your
houses
clients
are
on the boat.
reasonable.
It's like doing business meetings on the golf course. You got them
Exactly.
locked in for 2 to 4 hours. So
That's right.
Get some deals done.
And in Chicago in the summer, I do. I own a small water sports training company, so I do the jet surf lessons. I do surf lessons behind my boat. wakeboard lessons,
Man.
water skiing, all of that. So that keeps me busy as well. My son is involved in that with me as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a good time.
Turn a midlife crisis into a business. I love that.
Side hustle portfolio.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Fun.
Well, I tried last time I tried to water ski was in the Mediterranean, and
nice.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
What happened?
It's just hard to get up nowadays, when you get a little bit chunky. That's what happens, man.
Good news is saltwater makes you more buoyant.
I kept blaming it on the boat. I'm like, hey, it's the boat, man.
On the captain.
Guys pulling
choppy
me
waters.
Get on it. You got to get on it.
Gotta blame the driver.
I did kneeboarding a few times. That was actually pretty wild. Getting up on that and then trying to get a little fancy.
At this age, kneeboarding hurts though.
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
painful, man.
Well, jet skiing hurts nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, you go out there. I had those real fast jet skis. I'd come back and I'd be beating on them, having a great time. The next day, I couldn't even walk. I'm like this. I had those for about 4 months, and I'm like, we're gonna get.
Tim, you pulled a hamstring this week just on the computer.
Yeah, and you gotta show a video of it.
I showed a video between friends. It's not like I put it out there.
Yeah, well,
I get it, Tim. I can sprain my ankle while I sleep. I mean, I wake up in the morning. I'm like, I have no idea what I just did, but I can't walk right now. So
and obviously, Pat.
That's when you're getting old.
Yeah, Pat.
I'll
get you back.
I know you will. I love you. And you want to talk about the real estate company that you're involved with here in Naples, Florida, 2 guys I'm familiar with.
Yes. So up in Chicago, I'm with Keller Williams. And down in Florida, I joined in March the Sofranco team over at William Ravis.
Sofranco check too?
Gregory Sofranco Group. Yeah.
It's check.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. It's a great team. I mean, we have the same energy. Mm-hmm. These guys are top notch. I mean, if you want to sell or buy a house, I can't think of a better company to go through and a better team to go through. We're one of the 3 large teams at William Ravis, and we're doing well this year. We've got.
Who do you guys use for title? Because I don't think Action Title's got any of your business from what I understand.
Well, I usually
I'm just saying,
Yeah, well, so
talk about put him on a spot.
Putting me on the spot. I'll see if I can talk to the management there and see what we can do. No,
Maxwell Mortgage too probably help out some deals.
I hear great things about Maxwell Mortgage as well.
Yeah.
So,
and the funny thing is Pat doesn't know. I'm looking at our audience. Pat doesn't know how real estate really works too well as far as title. So he sponsors a local title company, or local title company sponsors your podcast, and then he's always rooting for you guys. So, but that's how Naples is, and that's a great thing. I root
for everybody, but
and I root. But how's the title thing work? He asked me. I go, well, usually find somebody you're very comfortable with, and you use them.
And speaking of which, Tim, has Tim used Action Title?
No, I haven't, but I will. I will. Yeah, we're waiting. Well, I'm waiting for a deal. I need to get a deal first, Yeah.
I can find you a deal. So
give me a deal. Yeah. I need to get a couple deals myself going here, but yeah, I got
times to buy right now.
A few listings, and definitely changing from a seller's market to a buyer's market. But I will tell you, do not wait. Jump on things, because you never know down the road.
People always they say, well, maybe I should wait until it drops further. I said, when you do that, you're going to be in line with 15 other people that are going for that property now, because they've been waiting on the sidelines too. So if you find the right property at the right price in the right location, get it. I mean, if you're going to be happy with it, get it, because you never want to wait in that situation. You'll regret it.
Who would have thunk it? I don't know if you can say that word. Who would think that 85 million Port Royal, 225, 63, 64. I remember when they were doing $8 and $9 million deals, and we were seeing them all over the thing. I mean, the numbers are astronomical.
It's insane. I mean, the run up after COVID. Of
course, and even with the threats with the hurricane. I mean, I can tell you that a lot of the people I deal with, they need to really kind of get insurance. So there's a couple barriers right now that have really gone against real estate.
Definitely. You're seeing that in the condo market, especially with the condo market
is super tough. I think we even have a little story on that one, but it's definitely tough, with the interest rates up, but I don't think we're going to see huge drops anytime soon. I think it's going to probably end up around 6.5, 7.
Yeah, and that's actually closer to the historical norms than people realize. I mean, we've been in for 20 plus years or so, we've been in this bubble where interest rates have been incredibly low. But it's going to be a while before we get back there, if we ever get back there again.
Yeah.
And you see the housing market drop any further than it has already? Because some people say it could drop by another 20, 30%.
You never know you never know, right? I mean, you can't predict it. If we
different areas, I think, like
definitely
different communities.
In the luxury
areas,
areas,
right down to the specific community.
We have a lot of cash buyers right now. So, no offense to our mortgage brokers. I know you don't like that, right? But in this
Dirty
area,
word.
there's a lot of people coming down, and I have a buyer coming in this weekend, and it's a great budget they have, and they're going to buy cash. So it's great because it gives them a strong, going in position for the offer. But that's what I see a lot of down in this area.
You got any listing in particular you want to talk about or feature?
No, we've got on the website, on the Gregory Sofranco website, we've got all of our listings out there. None in particular at the moment.
None in particular. You do a lot of work in the vineyards too, right?
Yeah, so Gregory, that's his area where he farms a lot. But
good community.
I represent a lot of the buyers coming down from that Midwest, so that's kind of my thing right now.
Yeah,
and just getting into it. I started in March with them, and it's been great. So I've got a great client coming down this weekend.
Awesome.
Another one the next week.
Where are you going to take them?
We're going to be walkable to Fifth for the condo market down there.
Okay.
We're going to be over on Gulf Shore Boulevard for a secondary look at some of the oceanfront type of properties. So I think she's going to end up in the.
And as far as entertaining, when you have like a potential client or a client coming from Chicago, what's kind of like your go-to to show them Naples, Florida lifestyle, if you will?
It depends on the age of the buyer or what their story they're telling me. Like, this place is full of old people. It's like, I will show you a weekend of, a lot of fun. We'll go to Mercado. We'll go downtown. We'll take them to the hot spots, right? And then so they can realize, like, it's not all old people down here. It's actually a younger environment now.
Yeah.
But this client this weekend, I'll probably take her on Fifth for a nice lunch. Let her think about the properties that we're going to view in the morning, and then maybe even on a boat ride, possibly.
Yeah. Nice. And speaking of city lifestyle, we want to talk about Greg Dodge. Give Greg Dodge a shout out.
Greg Dodge, he's phenomenal. So I met Greg Dodge through a mutual friend, Kim Staley. God rest her soul now. I met her 3 years ago. We were at a concert with my wife, and they became very good friends. It was probably her best friend down here.
Okay.
And unfortunately, she passed away. But I met Greg through her, and she was a connector, and Greg is a connector.
I think that's the common nickname.
I know. He picked up the reins, and he's just putting people together. When you talk to him, he's introducing you to 3 or 4 people
always,
at a time.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of respect for him, and I know he's turned that magazine around quite a bit. His events are second to none.
Events are great, aren't they?
How
much
they're
fun.
Phenomenal. Yeah. And the people that he brings there are just top of the line.
Yeah, top of the line. The great venues, atmosphere, food.
Yeah, the energy that's there is phenomenal.
Amazing. I had a couple people that came invited for the first one. They were just raving about the environment, the relationships they were able to form there. So definitely shout out to Greg Dodge, Lauren Rossi, Naples City Lifestyle.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wonderful people.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add? It's just, Todd, having you on is a pleasure.
Thank you so
just
much.
like let it roll. I get a little bit preoccupied with the show programming, but
starting off with politics, I thought was a great light move to kind of move.
Do you want to talk about Diddy?
Diddy.
Do a Ditty for us.
Jesus, what can you say about Diddy?
Is that a verb now? Is it a noun?
You've been diddied?
What?
You've been diddled.
I don't even know, man.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Politics and Diddy trial are two things.
My lawyer is probably asking me to not talk about Diddy, but I will say that he's in a world of hurt right now. And
Pat thinks he's going to go free, so we'll see.
Well, I didn't say that.
If he did all the things that he allegedly did, he needs to go down. He needs to never see the light of day again. Honestly, it's pretty sick. So it's alleged at the moment, but
allegedly
we'll see. We'll see what they prove.
There was a reason for that.
We'll see what they prove with those videos.
Baby oil. There was an explanation.
The videos and all the communications.
Shout out to.
He
called it.
1,000 bottles of baby oil or something.
1,000. I mean, Pat, how many do you have? 500 or do you have 1,000? I mean, what's the acceptable amount of baby oil in the house?
What do you think? What do you think? Like a Diddy used bottle of baby oil would go for on eBay these days? You think that would be
bottle?
worth it? Yeah, maybe used or new. What do you think? I mean, what's more valuable?
I don't know what's in that baby oil.
I don't even want to know.
Probably ketamine or something. I don't know.
Allegedly.
We always got to say allegedly on here.
Allegedly.
Because a 239 Live is going to be like in the middle of that.
Way to wrap up the show. Sorry, guys. We just took it down a really horrible place here.
No, but you got to. But it's nothing funny about it. But you got to talk about it because it's one of the things that is very prevalent right now. And obviously, people are watching. People want to. Be interested in it. I guess some people don't, but I mean, just the way he got away with this for such a long time, and he was able to pretty much, for the last 20 years be able to conduct himself the way he did.
It's unreal.
Without really anybody saying anything.
Yeah, it's anytime you're in a position of power and you're using that to for your own gains is just it's just a bad place to be. It's just unethical, and it's in his case, if that's all true, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
So it's a shame that it happened to those people, but I wish them all the best, and
Yeah, everybody that got victimized from it, God bless them, and it's just one of those things where, I mean, I think that Miami lifestyle craziness can just really even the people from California come to Miami to party.
Right.
So it's kind of like what's going on over there in Miami.
Right, true,
and we're like, how far are we from Miami? We're like an hour and a half.
Exactly. But to end on a bright note, now's the time to buy real estate
right.
Sell it right now.
Sell it.
And I really represent buyers like no other real estate agent.
And
out
then
there.
you're gonna need title work. You're gonna need
title work. We've
Yeah,
got a mortgage lender here. It's phenomenal.
Mortgage.
So please,
we got all
So
this
if you
stuff.
call, you need something sold, and Patrick Dearborn's line is busy.
Right.
And Joe
Oh, there we
Pavich
go.
is,
Okay.
this is my guy right here.
I guess I have to be a sponsor to put my name up in that list.
Yeah.
But no, Patrick's a great guy.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we thank you so much.
Yeah,
we're gonna
thank
bring
you
other
guys.
folks
I
on. We're
appreciate
gonna actually run the
Take
commercial, our ads one more time. Let everybody know. We'll do a little swap out.
Yeah,
we're gonna be right back with
And
you.
shout out to Blake Becker. Blake's not watching because he's has something with his daughter.
Yeah,
So I just sent over a
he's
cute
doing,
picture.
and you got to take care of that family. But thank you so
Absolutely.
much, Todd.
Thank
You're
you guys.
always
It's been a
welcome.
pleasure. I really
We
appreciate
appreciate
it.
you.
Yeah, thank you
just
so
a fantastic guy. Thank you. Guys, let's give a big shout out to our show sponsors, Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality.
much.
They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time, and it's looking great. Remember, contact Becker Custom Builders.
Show is brought to you by Vanguard Partners, a consulting agency built for service-based business owners. If you've been giving away control of your success to marketing agencies, coaches, or even your accountant, it's time to take it back. Vanguard Partners was founded by Bryce, a business owner who owns 3 service-based companies himself. He'll teach you how to generate your own leads, create offers customers actually want, and manage your cash, percentages, and key performance indicators so you're not stuck guessing what's next. Visit Now Trade Money Biz Profit to book a free call and get your business back on track.
Very excited to share news about our great affiliate product, CellFit. CellFit is the first and only therapeutic enzyme that utilizes breakthrough cellular technology to make every cell in your body stronger and healthier. The benefits people are seeing are incredible. Pain is gone. Sleep is better. Energy is increased. Clarity is sharpened. Memory is enhanced. Skin is more clear and radiant. It's 100% bioavailable, which means it starts working right away. It's 100% natural and definitely no junk from China. Get fit from the inside out. And get yours today at getselfit.com.
Hey, Patrick, did you take your self-fit today?
Elevate the elegance of your home with Clean and Seal Curb Appeal. Our premium brick paver sealing enhances color, adds lasting protection, and delivers a polished, upscale finish. Clean and Seal, bringing timeless curb appeal to your home.
Hey folks, let's talk about Acres Plumbing. Acres Plumbing started in 1974 and is one of Naples' original local plumbing companies. They take great pride in being part of the town's growth through many plumbing projects completed. Acres Plumbing is family owned and operated, licensed and insured. They offer new construction, remodel, and traditional service plumbing. Their plumbing services cover everything from installation and repairs to maintenance, ensuring your plumbing runs smoothly. Where quality doesn't cost, it pays. Remember, Acres Plumbing.
This episode is fueled by Sweat, Smiles, and Torch Hot Yoga, Naples' infrared heated yoga studio located on Bayshore, just off 41. Whether you're seasoned at yoga or can't touch your toes yet, Torch has a spot for you. With 5 classes a day during the week and 2 on weekends, there's always time to get hot, stretchy, and maybe a little sweaty. But it's not just about the workout. Torch is all about community, connection, and that feel-good glow that sticks with you long after you roll up your mat. Plus, we've got awesome workshops coming up, so keep your eyes and chakras open. Come for the heat, stay for the vibe. Try Torch Hot Yoga today.
We are back. Look at this. We got a great group of people, wonderful ladies in the house. Listen, this is a big show today. We got a good show. We've got some, and I know everybody who comes on, they're kind of like looking like, how do I look? Is my hair doing good? I didn't really give you a lot of chance. I kind of put the camera right on. And
you got Alessandra behind the scenes.
Alessandra doing some photos. We want Alessandra to come up real quick.
Come up here for a minute. Just pop in.
Let's do a handy cam. Let's do a handy cam.
Have her come back. She can
of course. But yeah, come on up. We're live. We got a bunch of people watching today. Yeah, you're on there. Yeah, I got it. And then obviously the ladies are in the house. And then, of course, number one. He gets really, yeah. Patrick?
No one needs to see me.
Can we do anything like that?
No, we're good.
Okay, here we go. Patrick loves that handy cam.
You can come back here, Alessandra, real quick.
Yeah, come on back.
Yeah, come on.
Real quick.
We're going to take a family shot.
Yeah, family shot. You can take a little picture. You can shoot a picture from that. Let's do we are live right now. This is good live stuff. And you got it, Patrick?
Got the whole team.
All right. That's good. Yeah. We got to thank our sponsors. Without them, we couldn't do this. And if you're interested in sponsoring, we get a lot of views. We get a lot of people, a lot of local. So it's great to have our folks here. We have Allie, which we know it's from Action Title, and we have Tania, right? Tania. The spelling, I get it right. Tania, you just told me that. And you're from you come from Maxwell Mortgage Team. Yes, very good. Thank you so much. Yeah, when you talk, unfortunately, we have the one mic, but just talk. But welcome to the show.
Is that a company in town, Maxwell Mortgage? I've never heard of them.
You must have heard a little bit about them, no?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
They've only been here for like, I don't know.
Cage?
Couple years.
He does, by the way.
Of Diddy.
He does.
No, would that be like Lauren Maxwell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. But no, welcome to the show. Is it kind of fun? Do you guys have a good time watching?
Thank you for having us. Thank you for inviting us.
I guess it was a package deal.
Yeah, we're a combo. We're a combo.
Yeah, speaking of which, if you want to pull up that slide, Tim, I know
absolutely.
got a lot going on. But
I'm just navigating some buttons. And Meredith,
you guys are. Is that the cover?
That's the cover of Southwest Florida.
Is this a secret, or is this the first time it's been seen, or that's a past issue?
No, this is the May issue.
Okay, good.
Out.
Good.
It's a new issue.
Yeah, I was wondering if it had already been out. That's
it's a great
awesome.
job. Where's that at? That place. I love that place.
The place by my office.
Swan River.
No.
That's USS Nemo.
That little mall behind it.
Venetian Village.
That's nice over there. Yeah. That's great.
Venetian
a beautiful picture. The colors are great.
And
everything's awesome.
Yeah, we liked it. We loved it, actually.
That's the one we picked.
Just make sure you guys talk. I know it stinks sharing a mic, but people want to hear what you have to say.
Well, it's good. We can pick them up.
Hi.
Yeah.
How did that come about, being on the cover together?
Well, I mean, we are in almost the same field. We work together. Right. We collaborate with each other. You know, we give each other leads too from time to time. And when what's his name approached us from Southwest Florida Business Magazine, Leonardo, when he approached us from Southwest Florida,
good guy,
a business magazine, we're like, sure, let's do it.
And then she blindsided me into it.
She blindsided you?
Yeah.
You just thought you were coming to do an art?
You know, like, I don't wake up like this. You know,
you look nice. You guys both look nice.
It takes work.
It's a process. It's like a month-long process.
So she called me and she's like, "Oh, let's do this. It's not gonna be until May." So I thought I had time, you know, to get nails, hair, makeup,
Botox,
spray tan, you know, the whole 9 yards done. And the last thing she does is like, "Oh, we're shooting Tuesday." I'm like, "What? You mean this week?" Yes. So, but
it's a great cover.
It
turned out really nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had a good time doing the shoot with the guys. Of course, it's getting hot, so anywhere you go in Florida, it's gonna be hot. But we pulled it off, I think.
Yeah, no, I think
especially with suits and hair down.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about what each of you do. I know you've been here in Southwest Florida a long time doing your business, very successful businesses. And just tell us a little bit about, I know, the title side of it and the mortgage side and how they kind of come together and how things are currently in Southwest Florida.
So I actually have been in Naples. I've visited Naples. We used to be in the military. My husband used to be in the military. So they lived here, so we would come and visit.
Thanks for the service, and obviously.
And I have also been in the military.
Okay, good.
Reserves, though.
What branch?
Army.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I was an Air Force guy.
Yeah. I know that I should have chosen that one, to be honest.
Well, after you get in, you're kind of like, does the Air Force, we eat like the Air Force, you know?
I know. It's much better. They treat you better. But at least we were in Marines. That's kind of, that's kind of works. Yeah. But anyway, so we visited my family here, and after my husband got out of the military in 2004, we wanted to live close to our family, so we moved to Naples, and I was looking for work, of course, and all I could see was mortgage, title. I'm like, what is that even?
What is that all entail?
What is that? So I went for some interviews, and I ended up with processing mortgages. Okay. So that's what I did from 2004. In fact, I actually processed for Lauren for like a month.
Wow.
Yeah. We used to have an office here in Trade Center.
Okay.
And that's where what I processed for her. And then maybe 2012 is when I always felt more on the sales side because you build a more closer relationship with the client. And you build a relationship that comes back later on, basically, and they refer you. They come back when they upgrade, when they downgrade, when they get kids and all that. So it becomes.
They say it's usually like around 7 years, right? That's sometimes quicker, but usually,
yeah. I mean, I've bought how many houses like now? 7, and I consider myself an average person,
James Anderson says, I know these ladies. A little shout out to James. Yeah.
Hey,
Charles Patty.
Good morning,
there you
Charles.
Go. And of course, Renato says, great looking people. Thank you, Renato. That half of it. Well, that half over there. Yeah, that gets it. Patrick, I don't know. Look at Patrick's face. Yeah. Go ahead.
So anyhow, so I got back. I went away to another company, and I got back with the Maxwell Mortgage Team in November 2018 or 19.
She's got it tattooed on her back.
So I mean, and I tell Lauren that I normally never last long with an employer for one reason or another.
That's a great job interview.
That's good.
I know.
Yeah. Well, Lauren does love honesty, so I guess
it's not my fault. Sometimes it is. Yeah. But I told Lauren, shoot, we've been together for 5 years. This must be the real thing.
Yeah.
It's
a great company to be a part of.
I love her. I love her energy.
Love Malcolm.
Yes, I love Malcolm too. Awesome. Yes.
Malcolm will keep your office. Malcolm, if you're on watching, he'll keep your office entertained.
He does.
Yeah. That's good.
He's fun. So great. We've been with them, and we have a great team, and we like each other, and we help each other. Because each client is different. Yeah. Each scenario is different. Each loan has its own DNA.
Sure.
So it's good sometimes to, hey, I have this scenario, blah blah blah, and 3, 4, 5 brains are better than one.
Well, and the thing about Lauren and her team, obviously, is like she likes the challenging ones.
Yes.
The ones that don't fit exactly how they're supposed to fit. Yes. So what she does, in my experience with Lauren, is she'll tell you flat out, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Or come back, or do this. But the ones that she can probably get figured out, if anybody's gonna be able to do it, Lauren's going to be able to do it.
Yeah,
so I always tell everybody the same thing. I said, hey, listen, if I was you, I'd go check with her first.
Yeah.
And the great thing about her is she'll tell you right up front, hey, it's not going to work right now. Let's do these things. Come back. And I'm sure everybody on our team, same way.
Yeah. And we live in Florida. Most of our clients or people that live here are self-employed. I mean, I don't know if you 3 are self-employed pretty much. And even my job, even though I work for a company, I get my own business. So we are all self-employed, and the way that people get paid it's so different. So most people don't are not vanilla. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what we specialize on, non-vanilla clients. And
It's like a little bit of a challenge.
yes, I mean, something that is not, salary employee with 800 credit scores with 30% down payment. Not everyone has that.
Right.
We have real clients with real lives and real problems
Sure.
sometimes. Yep.
And I've heard some amazing stories of you guys getting people into homes with very low credit scores, maybe
Yes.
not,
And
the amount of
I have what I like the most are the older clients sometimes, and how grateful they are that they never own a house, and now they get to their 70s, and now they're purchasing their first home, and how grateful they are. And I mean, I had a client that she was like, she doubted the whole thing, and I believe in the vibe that you give, and I'm like, relax. I said, that's my job. That's why I'm taking medicine. Okay, that's why I drink and I pop pills.
I do the hard work.
Because I'm stressing behind the scenes. I'm always stressing the loans, but you don't see me. I'm always cool and collected in front of a client, even though I'm like, oh my God, how are we going to make this work? And so she was crying, and that's the kind of things. My son used to say, I do work from home. When he used to live at the house, he would say like, well, your job sucks. You're always bitching and complaining and fighting with somebody.
But it's scratching and clawing. That's what you got to do.
Get the loan done.
Yeah.
Fighting for my clients.
Yeah.
And then, but that the rewarding thing is at the end, it's these people that thought that they couldn't own, people that have bad credit in some cases, some people that thought that they needed 20% down payment and excellent credit history, and we can make it happen without all of that.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the rewarding. I've had single moms that never thought they could be homeowners. And for instance, they purchased in 2020 during the whole boom, and now they're sitting on $200,000 of equity on those homes. And that's real equity if they ever want to tap into that money.
That feels good.
Yes.
Yeah. Big shout out to Christy. I guess they're holding down the
Yes.
fort. Phil.
Hey, Christy
Phil, and
Phil.
then obviously you got Rosa, Allie, and Tania are the best in town. And I like the muscles.
And I've sent a couple
the
people
muscles.
over
She's
to.
very strong. Rosa's very strong.
I've sent over a couple
That's why
people
she
to
always puts muscles.
Maxwell Mortgage, and they've done a great
Shout
job
out
for him from what I
to
heard.
Lewis, future plunger. The cold plunge. Yeah, that's good. That's always good.
He's going to do
You
that?
got to clarify.
I hope so.
Plunger.
Yeah, future. So
get Malcolm in the
Renato
cold
has
plunge.
the
You
the cold
have
plunge.
Malcolm do it.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
But we're gonna make Malcolm will definitely go in
In a Speedo.
shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah, without any problem.
No shame.
No
Yeah.
shame.
Hey,
Well, hey, he looks good,
If
right?
I had a
So-
body like that, I'd walk around without a shirt as well all day.
Have
I'd walk around
Lauren
the
do
office.
it. Oh my God.
Yeah, Lauren will probably do it.
I think
The cold
she's out of.
plunge?
She's
Maybe
gonna be out of town,
maybe
but
oh, is
Yeah,
she gonna
she's
be out of
definitely
town?
invited.
Yeah.
Oh, when are you guys
Friday,
doing?
next Friday.
Oh,
Next
okay.
Friday.
She wants to do it.
No, hell no.
You want to do it?
No way.
You guys jump in.
I heard
we do it
Alessandra's
right here.
gonna do
We
it.
do it
Yeah,
right here.
okay, no,
It's
thank
about
you.
40. I think last time was like 47, 43. Woo.
Alessandra, you do a cold plunge for charity?
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
yes,
like
she
shaking her
will.
head. She's
Okay.
like, all right, I'll do it. It's actually the first 2 minutes. You're like, why am I doing this? And then
It's
after
only like
that,
the first 30 seconds are
we
hard.
$4,800, like in about
For
30
minds
minutes.
over
yeah,
tumors,
it was great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you raise some money for me?
There you go. There
Pick
you
your
go.
charity, and if you get in, whatever people want to donate, yeah.
Allie, let us know a little bit about Action Title and what you got going on over there.
Well, as you know, Action Title has been in Naples since 1988. We're a real estate title company. That's what we do. We do your closings. I work with several realtors in town. I work with lenders in town, Maxwell Mortgage being
Sure.
one of them, and of course Tania and Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Many occasions.
Yeah.
So Action Title is basically locally owned and operated. We don't have any, big pockets where this is it. It's right here. It's me, and basically we have 6 employees, and we have actually earned the confidence of a lot of real estate agents in town, a lot of lenders that love to work with us. And of course, we're always taking more business,
Yeah.
doing real estate title. It's what we do. That's our passion,
Mm-hmm.
sort of, you would say. But yeah, we have a great team. Alessandra, of course, is the face of the company. The face of the
love her.
company
We
with
love her.
marketing. Yeah, and I love her, and she's doing a great job. And she's always,
even with a torn ACL, she's still
I
out
know.
there promoting.
Remember
I
that?
mean, yeah, absolutely. I don't
with
think
her
she missed
crutches.
a day. Yeah.
Yes. She's always been like that. So I'm grateful for her and everything that she brings to the company. And my office manager is amazing too, Christy. That you just
Well, Christy just says Alessandra needs to do the cold plunge challenge 100%. So you're locked in now, Alessandra.
That's your office manager talking to you.
Yeah. Well, now you got to do it. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And I will say this is, Allie, you're involved extremely, and then also Lauren and Tania, obviously very involved in the community, but all the events everywhere. And it's not necessarily networking to try to get business. I know Alessandra, she goes out and they talk to people and feel comfortable. And that really makes the difference between you and, others, because you really give back to the community. You're involved in the community, and that networking is big. I see you all over.
Yeah. The good thing is, like, I always believe that if you're going to work with somebody, you got to be comfortable. And most of my realtors are friends of mine. We text, we call, and, if they need something during the weekend, they call me, they text me. It's always like a two-way street. It's like they give me business and I provide some kind of service for them, and they become long life friends, basically. It's like kind of like you guys, it's like we have, we met you and now we're friends.
Yeah, you're family after a certain point. Yeah,
yes.
Family after a certain point. And that's what makes it good, because I know that I've worked with title companies and trying to get in touch with them at the last minute sometimes. And, those emails can take different tones, but if you can pick up the phone and call somebody,
right?
Because it's crunch time, people get nervous, people get stressed, buyers, sellers, and, what day is it? What time are we coming in? There's a lot of moving pieces into selling a piece of real estate. And the title company, if they can make you feel comfortable, the real estate people can all communicate. It works out a lot better.
Yeah,
obviously.
It's like I tell everybody, they're the last people they see me. I'm the last person that they see before they get keys. So it's important that, everything falls in the right place at the right time. And when something doesn't happen that way, I'm the one that's stuck with the problem in my office, dealing with it, which is okay. I mean, I've been doing this for 27 years. So
you've seen them all the issues.
Experience kind of gives you a little bit more of an edge, because you either have been in that situation or get creative. Sometimes you have to think outside of the box and get creative with problem solving, basically.
Absolutely. You got some comments below. Randall Savage says, "Thank you for helping my loan. It was a tough deal, but you guys got it done."
Thank you.
Yeah, and then we got a few.
Randy.
Vero
you,
Carpenter
Randy.
wrote in there, Beauty and Brains. I work with them, and definitely again, my next investment, Lifesavers.
And then
Yes.
Sophia, this is the two role models in my life.
Oh, that's my daughter.
Good. That's good.
That's my baby girl.
Give her a shout out.
Hey, baby girl, I love you.
It's so good. We got
And I
a
love
lot
my
of people
grandson.
on. A lot of people on.
Yeah.
Obviously, shout out to Lewis. We got a whole bunch of people jumping on. Please send the comments in. If you have questions, you can even give us a call. You just let us know, and we'll pick up the phone and we'll get you on live. That could be kind of scary. So, but you never know. We can cut them off pretty quick. But tell us a little bit about your thoughts about Naples currently, how we're doing. Do you feel that we're in this great place? Are we immune to all the outside the outside influences? But yes, the answer is yes.
I'm a little biased, I guess.
Yeah, tell us a little bit.
Bye, right?
It's wonderful here. Everybody come and buy.
I've lived in other states, Georgia. I lived in Alabama. Not my highest moment.
Yeah,
I lived in
Allie liked Alabama, though.
I want to go back.
Good football team, right?
North Carolina. That's nice too, though. But I think that Florida has that something, and it's not just Florida, but it's South Florida that has that something. For me, it's just diversified enough. I don't know. I love the weather. I know some people hate that it's so hot sometimes, but hey, you can go inside and get some AC. You know, we don't have to be outside all the time.
We
but
don't have to go,
but like the cold weather, it's to me like 6 months out of the year living in ice. No way. I don't know. I couldn't do that. I'd be depressed. But anyhow, so what do I think Naples? I think Naples has always been resilient as far as the real estate market is. So I don't, it's just it's so beautiful that people are always going to sacrifice. If it costs a little bit more to live here, if we have to pay more for insurance, then that's sometimes a little price of paradise. Yeah. And eventually, normally when we get hit with a bad hurricane, rates initially go high at the beginning, and then they start kind of coming down a little bit, little by little. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what happened after Ian. The rates were high, and now they have come down more as more companies open up and allow more carriers to offer insurance. So I don't think that should scare people away. And if it's a new construction, the homes that are built, we get plenty of notice from hurricanes to sick shelter. So nobody,
get a heads up. Yeah, it's like an earthquake coming through.
Think people that, yes, things can go wrong, but you just have to listen to the news and
not always listen to the news.
Exactly.
But
your officials and evacuate when you have to, if your house is not safe. But the homes that are built nowadays are safe enough, are high enough, that shouldn't be a problem. And I think that the main thing is when you're looking to buy a house, yes, it has become more of a buyer's market, which is good. Actually, it's good for the community. It's good for everyone for affordability. You can negotiate better terms when you purchase a house. I encourage people to find yourself a good real estate agent that is well-versed with negotiating and getting you the best price, because that's what sticks with the home after you purchase it, the price that you pay for it. The loan, how many times do people refinance? You can refinance when things get better, but the loan amount and the price, you can't change that after the fact. But just negotiate a good price in a good location, in a house that sometimes it's not even just new construction, to be honest. I think if the house is in a good location, you can rebuild that house. You can add things to it and make it better and improve it and increase the value of the house. There's still some good investments, especially right now that there's more sellers than buyers. Yeah. It's a good time. I just closed a deal for a good friend of mine and a business referral that she got a house where I can't remember the amount or anything like that, but I know she had at least $100,000 in equity on that property already, because she, found a distress sale, put a good offer, it was a quick sale, and boom, you got $100,000 equity already on that investment. So, any
areas in particular you kind of have your eye on, you recommend that are good places to buy, or, for clients, prospective buyers?
Of course, I love. I'm more familiar with the North Naples area, but I do. If you're going to buy, especially lots, the Bayshore area, it's very nice. Yeah,
up and coming. Yeah,
and I mean, I know these things for living here, but I'm not a realtor.
You're right.
So I sell you the money, not the house.
Sure.
So those are. Areas. I remember when I rented in Naples Park, and remember that used to be kind of like the Crapper.
Yeah, a little bit different,
Now you can't even touch it.
I think Timmy G went on a couple police calls.
Naples Park. Naples Park had always had the nice houses on the finger streets. As it gets closer to 41, it gets a little bit. But now, I mean, they're knocking those houses down.
I used to rent where the Naples Country Club
was. And fun times there.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun times there.
One time I was driving, we were coming home with my son. My son was little at the time, and, they always have posters and they say
fun signs.
Yeah. And it says something like, come to the wet t-shirt contest tonight. And my son, I don't know, he was like 13, and he's like, what is a wet t-shirt contest, Mom?
You'd be like, okay.
And so I explained to him, and I called his dad, and I said, hey, if Nicholas asks you about what a wet t-shirt contest, and he goes like, why is he asking about that? I said, because I'm a 2-time winner.
That's good. That's good. Cold plunge. Cold plunge. Cold plunge.
Oh my
Well, if you go on MTV, you may see some of the videos.
Yeah. Remember that spring break? It used to always be in Florida, South Beach, or up in Panama City, and then the wet T-shirt contest, and then all of a sudden the T-shirt goes flying, and next thing you know.
Thank God everyone I know doesn't have those cell phones anymore.
Yeah,
oh my God! Right?
Can you imagine the
right?
footage that
Think
would have
about
been
it.
out there?
I mean, I look back to my high school days, and I look back to my military days, and I'm like, probably a good idea that we didn't have those.
Yeah,
but
amen.
I honestly have to really look hard to find pictures of me in high school.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, now, can you imagine kids
We
on
have
their
to
phone?
actually take
I have like
pictures.
40,000 pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wait for them to get
yeah.
developed.
yeah.
Like my grandson, his whole entire life is being documented.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
we have videos of him.
Yeah.
You know, at
Which
least-
is really cool.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
it's so cool because I get to see him, even when I'm not there.
Mhm.
And we FaceTime every morning. So and she watches him a lot.
Yeah.
It's like that's his nanny.
Yeah.
I'm the nanny.
Yeah.
Don't tell
The
them.
nanny.
The unpaid nanny.
Yeah, the unpaid nanny. But no, that's so cool. And I think that we and the kids today don't really understand. Like
No.
you got these phones. Like my phone takes a better picture than anything that I ever used when I was a kid.
Right.
And video, I mean, it's crazy. We went this morning. We kind of showed the video earlier. We go into 7-Eleven up at airport in Immokalee, and it's always we go in there with the camera going because we never know what we're going to find when we go in there. And it's funny because we kind of like walk around, and all the people that go in there know us. They're like, hey, and then we kind of have a good time with it.
Yeah, we're big in 7-Eleven.
We got big in 7-Eleven. We got a few. These ladies are amazing
Lois.
and a wealth
Good
of
morning,
knowledge.
Lois.
Yes, good morning, Lois. We'll put your comment up here. Oh, and another thing, I'm wearing red today. One of the reasons why I'm wearing red today is because remember everyone deployed. I'm going to be getting T-shirts made up. I've got the logo. I kind of got the approval from Lois. We're going to get some shirts made up. So it's very important that we remember our military. Well, as you know, right? Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be
here
safe.
if
No, absolutely. So
Especially us.
the red on Friday, yeah. So
yes, bye,
very
boys.
important. And then
Thank you.
Lois, thank you so much. And our prayers go out to you guys. And then obviously Christy is going to have something in there, I think.
Tanya,
That's
you're in
the
the
cold
now.
blood sounds now. Was that something to do with the
What
T-shirt contest? I don't know.
Yes.
How old's your son now?
He's 25.
He
now.
knows what it is. Yeah, he knows all about it now.
He will kill me now.
Nikki, if you're listening, call your mom and tell her to do the.
Yes, we
he's
do
been
that.
trying to get us to do that.
Yeah.
the plunge.
You're in now.
Yeah.
Lois, I'm going to give you the final proof on that shirt so we can get those things made. I just got to figure out how many to make. I can get like all these different sizes, and I want to get some nice shirts. So, yeah.
Make 1,000.
1,000? Why not?
Why not?
1,000, why not? But very, very just important thing to remember our military folks.
1,000%.
Of course, yes.
Hopefully I'll have them by next Friday. So I just got to work on that and get the order in this week.
And then what country do you lovely ladies come from?
We are originally from Bolivia.
Okay.
Actually, Tania was born in Buenos Aires.
Okay.
Argentina.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Why not?
It's like
Well,
right
no,
below.
I know,
Hey,
yeah.
that's sometimes
That's by
tough to
Canada,
remember
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yes, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
Our grandfather was Bolivian consul in Argentina, and that's why I was born there. My mom was pretty young when she had me, and but I'm Bolivian from parents, so I'm Bolivian.
We grew up in. We
and-
both
and-
grew up in Bolivia.
So
Yeah.
and I came here to go to college. And
What college?
I went to a
Very small
it's
college.
funny, but people always think it's funny. I went to a really tiny college in a town called Tifton, Georgia. I don't know, and a lot of people do know.
No, Tifton. Who doesn't know Tifton?
You-
I
you
used to frequent summers there.
Yeah,
No, I don't know where
it
that
was
is.
a country town. They didn't have like it was a cultural shock for me because I was, I saw the United States more as to New York City,
Miami.
Miami,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And
Yeah,
when I
and then
come
you
to a
go-
country like a farm, and
I bet, yeah.
So it was
And the accent, the southern accent,
Yeah.
that wasn't
Say that again. The what?
the southern accent.
The southern accent.
The southern.
yeah, and that's where I learned my English. And I learned English listening to Garth Brooks. I loved him, and
Of
listening
course.
to all his songs. I love him. He's like that would be my bucket list. One of my bucket list
Garth
checks.
Brooks?
That Garth Brooks.
Is he in trouble?
Is he?
in trouble?
He had something going on.
I think something about a woman that he harassed or something.
So when you say bucket list, explain it. Like go to the concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like thinking. She's like thinking.
I don't know where your mind is at.
Of course. He's
Sorry,
he's like
not
90 now, isn't he?
Garth is probably what, 60s?
Probably at least 60s. Yeah.
No, I mean, I would love to see the 90s Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
So that was the best, right? With all the low friends in low places and stuff like that. But no, I'd like to hear a concert of his, definitely. Especially brings me back to my American roots.
Yeah. Well, and you know one thing I like about Garth Brooks concerts is he'll usually bring somebody up on stage that has cancer or something, and you know, maybe at their, you know, Make-A-Wish type of thing, and he's just, to me, he's the real deal. You know, when he sings, and his songs they get you. You know,
they're very good written songs.
A lot like 50 Cent, they get right into the.
I mean, he's not 50 Cent, but.
Yeah, Patrick.
You know,
I didn't even mention 50. Why you gotta?
Well, since we're talking about Didi,
yeah, go ahead.
So I love watching real crime shows. I love them, right? And right now I'm hooked with the Karen Reed one. I don't know if you guys.
Yes, from up in Massachusetts, right? Yeah. I gotta go in and dig into that. My buddy did.
So my husband says that I'm always like, why are you watching that crap? And I said, you know what? I draw the line at Didi, though. That's too much.
Didi.
Yeah. I'd rather see a mom kill all her kids and her family, but Didi, no.
Are you not into it?
You're not watching the trial?
I know.
Well, it's not really much you can watch.
Well, following the trial.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to some of that stuff and you're like, oh my God, that is so gross. I can't. I just can't. And I don't know, like, honestly, he's got too much money. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of I wonder how much he's got right now and how it's good.
Real
quick, a big shout out. I didn't say anything about Wayne because I didn't want to, throw out there. But Wayne was in the hospital. He's doing good. He's back home. He's resting. So our prayers to Wayne Smith. If you don't know Wayne Smith, he is a POW. He was in Vietnam in a POW camp for about 5 years, a little bit over. I guess 1,582 days or something like that. So amazing guy, captain. He was shot down, but man, and being Military Appreciation Week, it's a month, I should say. Big shout out to him. Lois, our prayers are out to you. Thank you so much for jumping on. But that whole P Diddy. You
can't do that. You can't go from Wayne Smith to Diddy.
Well, no, I know, but I didn't want to. I just didn't want to. I wanted to
Let's go through some of the slides. What else do we got?
Patrick.
On a serious note,
Patrick, what do you want to do?
We could do some of the news slides.
Yeah, you want to do some of the news slides? We got some good ones. We got a little bit of. Let's just talk about some of this little bit of controversy. We don't want to get into a lot, but a little bit. Right now, we know that we have a big. Deportation. Folks are getting deported. And this is all from Naples Daily News. Thank you, Naples Daily News. Big shout out. We know that ultimately we here in Naples, we go out to eat. We have a lot of wonderful men and women that are here doing a great job cooking and busting their butts. But they are, there is laws, there are rules, my wife is from Colombia. She spent about 10 years trying to get her paperwork in line to get over here. So there's a process for it. But how is it going to impact us here in Southwest Florida? I think we're definitely seeing some of it. And I know there's a lot of people that I've talked to that are on pins and needles to see what's going to happen next, Well,
I'm a U.S. citizen, just in case.
Me too. You're good.
No take back.
I love those TikToks with these guys. Like, I love my wife. She's a wonderful lady. She does. She is in the country legally, and she lives at 7436 Lambton Lane. If we don't want you to go pick her up, but she does drive a Tesla.
Wow, she's doing well, huh?
Yeah, she's doing well.
She didn't get around for running legal,
But this is a big thing, right? And I'm really truly. I love the fact that we just can't. We couldn't let it go with just anybody coming across. We need to lock it down because without borders, we don't really have a country.
You don't have a country without borders,
right?
But at the same time, if you've been here, 10, 15 years and you've been working and have a family, there should be a pathway for you to stay legally. In my opinion, haven't committed any crimes, obviously.
And I mean, I actually know, since we are immigrants ourselves, so we know we were blessed that we didn't come under the conditions that other people
Yeah.
Right.
We came, my stepdad at the time worked for an American company, and he was given the green card of the U.S. citizen through work. It was an employment
visa,
visa. So that was good where we were, but there's other people that didn't have that blessing that we did. But I mean, and I'm sure that there's what I guess worries me, and I feel more is about those kids, the DACA kids, the kids that came when they were little, and most of them don't even speak the language.
Right.
They don't know anything about
Going
it.
back to
they feel more Americans. They are more Americans. They're the millennials, and they have good jobs. So I wish that we could come politically in agreement with both our parties to kind of help that kind of, for me, that kind of demographic.
All good immigrants, and basically all of them. And anybody that is doing a good job here, hasn't broken the laws, should have a path to citizenship. I mean, we were very privileged that we didn't have to suffer everything that everybody has to put up with to get here.
Right.
But at the same time, we're the kind of immigrant that once we get through the door, we don't want to close the door. If there's people qualified to come in,
bring them in. But
you want to work and you want to do good things for this country.
Learn the language too,
and
assimilate.
That's the part I don't understand why. I mean, I didn't know any English when I came. And
you were 19. You weren't 60.
No, that's true. That's true. And but I do tell all of my clients, I said the 3 things that you need to be successful in this country is you have to have speak English, get your immigration papers straight, and get good credit. The rest, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, right. You can do what you want to do.
And after that,
without a doubt.
That's all you need.
Yeah, without a doubt. So with that being said too, I know that this time of year, we have our normal restaurants that are going to close.
Yeah.
And we've lost a few just in the last couple of days. And one that we'll bring up here. Whoops, I got to bring up my screen.
This is when it happens at the end of the season. There's just so many restaurants too. So 2 announced that they're closing this week, one being Dorona.
Forever or just for the summer?
No, forever.
Forever. That's the one by the mall.
Oh,
okay. The old TGI Fridays.
And then I don't
been
know
there for 7 years.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but
this one surprised me.
This is a surpriser. Bahama Breeze
already closed.
Really?
Yeah, Bahama Breeze. They just opened just opened like a year ago.
In Naples?
Yeah. They just
wow.
went up to the door.
I didn't even get to go.
Yeah, well, you got to go to Fort Myers now if you want to go.
Yeah, so
I love their food.
Yeah, they got a good mix. They got a good menu and able to kind of look around and
you're going to see a lot of these now as summer rolls around and all these restaurants opening up. There's just so many. So
why did they close? Because of the immigration or because of
no? Good question.
No workers.
No workers. I think
I think no one to run the restaurant.
Yeah, I think.
Who are you, the immigrants, eating out that much?
I know, right?
Yeah, I think honestly
that is what will affect restaurants. So trust me, I manage restaurants and can tell you who ran the kitchens.
Yeah.
I think honestly, this time of year, they basically, obviously Bahama Breeze had to make a corporate decision, right?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this place is, we're sucking us dry, funding wise, right? So they probably looked at it and said, hey, it's not productive. But they just built that thing like a year ago.
I know.
And that for some reason, that in the Coastal Center Mall, that area, they've done a lot and tried a lot of things, but nothing's really stuck there.
Yeah, they want to turn it into, I guess, like a shopping, dining area,
happen.
but
and they tried that a couple times over the years.
What do you think that is?
Coastal Center Mall needs a refresh, right? I mean, it's just old school mall.
It'll always be known.
The JCPenney, remember the Sears used to be there. I think Macy's. Now you got Macy's now. It's just when you walk through there, I mean, I think people try. I mean, even Forever 21, where you used to go shop.
Oh, listen, I still do.
I mean, no, it's closed now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's closed.
Yeah,
it's closed.
They filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Really? The company?
Yeah, the company.
No kidding.
Bankruptcy.
Oh, jeez. What do we got?
Look at this.
We got
coming in hot.
You can't sneak. You can't sneak in us. You can't sneak in on us. Joe Pavich in the house. Look at this guy. I think he sells real estate in Southwest Florida. I'm not
He moves
sure.
units.
Yeah, he moves units.
Get his good side.
Get his good
Let
side.
me tell you something. I was at someone's house on Saturday, a little $18.5 million house, and they said, you know who sold me this house? Joe Pavage.
So Joe, $18.5 million. I'm doing the commission.
That was a drop
right
in
now.
the bucket.
You're still living off that money right now, so you're good. I mean, I know.
And that
I know
was just a Saturday for you.
Joe Pavage in the house.
I'll do that to Joe Pavage.
The reason why we say that in lots of love.
And I got to do Joe Pavage's podcast last week. How was it? I think it was pretty good. It's supposed to be an hour. Did
we see it yet? Did we see it yet? Yeah.
Joe's editing team in Thailand's a little slow in turning it around.
Okay, we got a couple comments with the immigration. Let's go back and make sure we get these because when you guys comment, we want to make sure we get them up there. So let's see. We live legally. Immigrants, not illegal. Most concerns of terrorists who are not stopped in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Listen, we've got people in our country right now that are here that we have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
And we got to find. Yeah, we got to find out who they are because I can tell you that they're what they call sleeper cells. And it's not in the movies. They're plotting to figure out what they're going to do next. So that's a scary thing.
Aren't you guys glad you came on? You could talk about Diddy and illegal immigration. I'm sure you love that.
Tania wanted to talk about Gary.
Yeah.
Make that love.
I was prepared.
What are some of your favorite restaurants in Naples?
She doesn't like anything. Every place
like
that you ask her, that place sucks.
Really?
I don't. I'm more of a.
She's
salad.
a Capital Grill kind of person.
I'm more of a salad person. Simple salad.
Yeah.
Crisp and green.
I love the hot bar and cold bar, the salad bar at Whole Foods.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Bury me there, please.
Salad's expensive nowadays.
Yes.
Holy smokes! I went to get a salad the other day. I walked out of that place for like $34.
$15 at Publix if you do the salad bar.
That's crappy salad.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you know, when you throw in a little protein, you're gonna go broke.
Yeah,
so Christy throws in. I was shocked about Bahama Breeze.
What about you,
I heard
Allie?
that
What's some of your
yesterday.
favorite restaurants in Naples?
Oh, I love seafood.
You got USS Nemo right by you. That's the best.
I love both on Nemo's
Swan
and
River.
Swan River.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah. You got Norman Love, Swan River, and USS Nemo by you. I mean,
Yes.
that is the spot.
Yeah, right there is a spot.
Yeah, but it's an expensive spot to be in.
Yeah.
Because everything costs you a good penny to have lunch.
Yeah.
But it's well worth it.
It's good. Lois said there's a Dorono. They have other ones in the heart of Old Naples.
Well, no,
They
that's
have
the
another
same
business?
owner. They own Sea Salt, Barbatella, and
Okay.
another one. So
Okay.
those are stay open, but
Yeah.
it's the same.
Those are sticking.
Couple, yeah.
Yeah. But throw in there real quick for comments if your restaurant of your choice, what you like. Where do you guys like to go to eat on the beach? There's not a lot of places.
No.
Turtle Club.
Turtle Club. Yeah.
Turtle Club's good. And then the Ritz over there at the
Sofra.
No, the Bubba.
It's Gumbo Limbo.
Gumbo
Limbo. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good place. But there's really not a lot, and I don't even know. Joe probably can help us out. I don't know what's happening on Fort Myers Beach if any of those places are cranking back up again. Well, I would definitely have you come in and take mine, but I got to play these buttons here. Joe, jump. But no, I'm just trying to think of good places. Marco's got some pretty good spots on the beach down there too, as well. So
the JW Marriott, like completely remodel, beautiful.
Yeah, JW.
I don't go out much, so I don't know.
You're not a big go out in Naples too much.
I have to this
to
morning.
I got to go out every day. It's like I gotta for some reason
I've been running on my e-tank for like the past 2 weeks. That's how much I go out.
Yeah,
She's like an old lady.
That, ladies and gentlemen. That's Joe Pavich. Look at him, strong hair today, as Pat would say. Pat Dearborn would say, strong hair.
Nice. Thank you. Well, thank you.
Welcome to the show. Pat's a regular on the show.
Pat, you got taller because the mics are up high now. When I saw you the other day,
it's a haircut.
You might be wearing them tall sole shoes. You ever seen the tall shoes?
Yeah. Throw a couple
like 3 inches.
extra inches on there.
Because he's taller
Joe's,
than me now. You were never taller than me, and I think you got me now.
He's wearing boots.
I would have to ask my wife about that.
So what's your place on the eating on the beach?
You know, I'd have to ask my wife about that one. She's the restaurant guru for sure. But, you know, we like to just bar hop. That's our favorite thing. You know, bands, bar hop, loud music.
You guys ever do like a day of, I guess, can we say day drinking or just day enjoying?
I'm not a good day drinker. You know, at 50, I just turned 50.
I think you need a nap after day
I have like one beer and I'm tired. So I
Me
got to
too.
pace myself. I'm like a 5 o'clock when I start. 5 o'clock gets me to about 10 or 11 o'clock.
5 gets you to 10 or
4
11.
o'clock gets me to 9. 3 o'clock gets me to 8. You know, that's
Sounds
how it goes.
familiar.
Yeah.
When you go out in the boat, man, I used to be able to go out in the boat and then go out at night, same day. I go out in the boat, I'm done.
Me
I'm
too.
finished. And it's a good excuse. Like, I'm finished. I was on the boat all day.
What's a great spot? It's Flippers. You ever been to Flippers?
No.
Oh, man, go to Flippers. You been to Flippers, Pat?
Where is
Been
it?
to Flippers? No, it's actually on the Estero Bay.
Oh, okay.
Never been
Oh
there.
man, you're missing out. You
Yeah.
pull right up. It's a nice little place. It overlooks the Estero Bay. It's got the sunset views. It's a really good spot. Actually, really good.
Flipper. You ever see
Go to
Flipper out
Flippers.
back?
No.
He could be swimming there.
Yeah,
A lot of
he-
dolphins
yeah,
out
he
back
could,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Joe, tell us a little bit about you today. What's good? And ask the ladies some questions. We want some
Joe,
good.
we want your business.
We want
All right.
nothing like put it on there, Joe.
Directly,
So, you know-
straightforward.
Yeah, he's probably cash buyers only, right?
No, not really. Actually,
That's okay with me. I love cash buyers.
We got
well, that's always a big debate about how many buyers actually pay cash because, and I have had these debates in the past where, especially after COVID, people said everybody's coming down, they're all paying cash. And I would say that's not the truth. They're writing offers as cash, but they're not actually paying cash. They're coming to you guys for loans.
That's it.
It's just they feel good enough about their financing that they don't have to put a contingency in there.
Right.
Because the more contingencies you put in there, the less it makes your offer look,
Yeah,
not
especially
as
if you're
good.
fighting with other,
Yeah.
competing with other
Yeah.
offers.
But we definitely have people that finance quite a bit, actually.
What's your feeling on that? Because I know a lot of people will come with, this is a cash offer, and then you find out they're back end financing, and they're like, well, we got it. And then you, as a realtor, no, the seller's usually all right, but sometimes they find out, and then I've had a couple situations where they're like, well, I got to check on something before, and I'm like, hey, this is a cash deal, but it's always one of those
It happens.
trickies.
And then sometimes you get the cash deal that they want to convert it to a financing contingency, weekend.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you ain't getting the same price then. Let's renegotiate the price because you get a little bit of a better deal if you pay cash, right?
Like everything.
Cash is still king.
Well, and that's it. I know COVID days, that cash was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you put those offers in, and people are fighting, and I'd have all these people calling me saying, "How come my offer didn't even get looked at?" And I'm like, "Hey, there's like 20 offers. I laid them all out. The guy took it." So
That's right.
are we seeing a little bit of repercussions from people doing those no inspections and kind of people, because they say that people are heading back up north because they felt that maybe they overpaid or they. Things didn't. I don't really truly believe into that. But what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, if they bought during COVID, chances are after the COVID spike, chances are they're a little bit backwards. And sometimes the association fees, they go up a little bit.
The big one.
The assessments start to hit, and it does create a problem. Pat, by the way, I feel so good sitting in your seat right now. I mean, this is. Thank you.
The one thing I got to do though is I've got to make sure next time to move the camera down because his hairline is touching the live, which is kind of creating a little bit of an issue. But actually, it's right. We got it down, Joe. You're looking good, buddy.
Thank you.
I stand up because I can't sit.
I just got my hair cut too. I grew like I swear an inch in the last couple of days.
It's the humidity.
I don't know what happened.
It's the humidity.
I got Pat today.
My vote is for you too.
Yeah, for the comments real quick, who's got better hair, Pat Dearborn or Joe Pavich? Please, for the comments, we need to get these comments up. Yeah, we're doing it for the comments. That's it, Joe.
Silver Fox, right?
You guys are looking
call me
good.
Silver Fox?
I get a little jealous, I mean, you got a lot of good-looking hair going on.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, I can't wait till the show comes out, though, me and you. Man, we go deep. We go deep on that show. Kevin got a little choked up there.
Should I let?
If you could make someone cry during a show, that's a good show.
The podcast is going to be really good. It's going to be interesting.
Like ESPN, kind of like you're
sort
getting
of. It's
more
like
money?
Like 30 for 30. You know,
All
that's kind of
right,
how we did it. You know, life story.
Your story?
It's the True Hollywood Story. Pat Gira.
Pat Gira.
Damn. Okay.
Pat, do you want to come stand next to me? I feel lost without you over.
Yeah, you guys.
You make it look
Come
better.
on in here, man.
You make the set look better. I'll gladly share a mic with Joey P.
Yeah.
Do I need the headset or can I just talk in?
Well, you can talk in. I mean, it's all good. You guys are all good. We got about 10 minutes to go, so we gotta get some good questions.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
He's the DJ. I'm the rapper.
Any questions for Joe Pavich?
Answer real estate questions.
Real estate.
Real
You
estate.
got real estate covered here. We got the real estate.
Right.
Anyone?
Realtor, title,
Mortgage.
mortgage.
Yeah.
It's turning into a live shit show right now. It's good. It's good.
So do you just high-end properties, or do you also do
Everything.
everything?
Bring in a tank, Joel.
So now let's
whatever you need.
ask you the question. What areas do you think people need to be concentrating on?
As far as future,
Location.
Like a good deal.
it's all location, right? So like, I mean, before people would want to be west of 41, that was the thing
Right.
a long time ago. And then something called Ian came along, right? So now you see the people that are west of 41 in some cases that want to be maybe a little bit further away. And some people that have homes that are up high enough, they're not worried at all.
Right.
And west of 41 still is a great location. So it all depends on kind of where you want to be. But, just being in a good proximity to everything happening. And now you have downtown Bonita, that's becoming a
Really?
thing, right?
Yeah.
Cute, yeah.
Sugar Shack and all these
Right.
little cool restaurants.
Sugar Shack's a game changer.
It is a game changer.
Yeah, they're
And,
doing a great job. And
Chartreuse, have you guys been to Chartreuse?
That's a great place too. Yeah, very good.
You don't want to go there. It's not-
Yeah, it probably won't work out for your
No,
for your
no.
plan you got going,
No,
Pat.
no.
Chartreuse is a little bar right there on 41, old 41, and then the kind of neat thing about it is they only let a certain amount of people in, and when someone leaves, you can go. They want everybody to have a seat.
yeah.
So it's really nice, and it's super
Kinda
craft
like
cocktails.
in the COVID days.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like a cool
yeah.
No
pre-dinner.
overcrowding.
It's like a pre-dinner kind of a place, for drinks.
Oh, okay, like happy
So
hour.
you have to show up early and then
Yeah,
so you can get
pregame.
in.
Game there.
And then after that, for dinner, you go to the Bohemian. You rent to the
That's
Bohemian,
excellent too.
Go there.
Okay.
Bonita.
Yeah.
This is all
Chartreuse and then
Bonita Beach
Bohemian,
Road and old
that's-
41,
Bonita.
Bohemia,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
And then if you want to go a step further, you go snack. What's it? Sugar Shack right after that.
And they got good food at the Sugar Shack too, not just entertainment,
Yeah.
but the food
They
is.
do. And then if you really want to keep going, you just go to like, what's the other place? Buffalo Chips.
That's
Oh, yeah,
that's my
yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, like good.
If you're still hungry, you go Maria's. Maria's, tacos. That's the way it goes.
Buffalo Chips is great. Best
Yeah.
ones in Southwest Florida,
It is.
in my opinion.
The biggest issue we're talking about real estate, though, I see today is that a lot of the sellers out there that are trying to sell these homes, they're not really sellers.
Yeah.
Take them off. They don't want to come down. It's been on the market for a year. You got to come down.
I think,
Take it off
I
or
think
come down,
as a
one of the two.
realtor, it's like you kind of have to talk some sense into them. Like, your property's not going to sell. It's wasting your time and their
That's right.
time.
Yeah. Or they just keep going through different realtors until they
Right.
find one that'll tell them,
Yeah, the real
You
truth.
know how it
yeah,
goes, right?
Yeah.
And then if you tell them the real truth, then they're not going to,
Can't handle the truth.
yeah, they don't want to hear the truth.
can't handle the truth.
Yeah. And then you get difficult buyers.
Well,
too,
as
these
a
days,
seller,
too.
the truth is not pretty right now.
Yeah.
But it's always what goes up must come down, and it will
That's
go
the
up
way it
again.
goes.
So it's
And then if you,
Cycle.
so I've been doing a lot of filming with people, clients that are difficult.
Karina Guerrero.
That's a good sound right there.
There you go.
So today on my Instagram feed and Facebook, you might want to see my call with a difficult buyer. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
You want to check it out.
Did he
All
know you were
right.
recording?
Karina, we are live. I'll call you right back.
It's a pretty good one. I gotta
Okay.
tell you.
Did you tell me it was going to be recorded?
They were, I did, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a she.
oh,
Okay.
It's a young she.
Uh,
yeah. Someone that I know very well.
Okay.
Someone that I know very well. So,
difficult buyer.
yeah, check it out. Check it out.
Is it related to you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Must be your daughter or something.
It is. Yes. Yes. And she's.
Those are the only ones, the only type of buyers that you can be honest with them, like bluntly honest.
And record and put on social media.
And she's so good that I don't know if this is like what she interprets, me on my phone call with, and she just relates that to the message, or if she just made it up. But it sounds pretty good.
All right, I gotta check it out. Definitely gotta
No,
check
but
it
I
out.
think you're right on the seller because I've seen some of my buyers, because I'm on the buyer side.
Yeah.
So they come to me even though they should go with a realtor. Like, what do you think about this house? I'm talk to your realtor. But if the house has been on the market for a year and they've been dropping it, and it's been stuck for the past 6 months on the same price, this is an unreasonable seller.
That's right.
Like
they're gonna come down.
You
They're
just
just waiting.
go someplace else, because that one you're gonna my buyer wasn't thinking about giving it that amount, and they want to now give them an offer. They're not gonna take it.
They're
They
not.
haven't. So it's like you're wasting your time. And these are people, either they own the house free and clear, or they don't mind the payment or the cost that is incurring right now. So this is, until they hit a little more reality, they're not ready.
You're right. And a lot of times we do make these offers and we think we're coming in fair, and they decline the offer. It's like, did you just decline an offer? That's
You have a
like
buyer.
You need
97%
to do
of
this
the
right
asking
now.
price.
You need to do this.
Because today when I go in for a listing appointment, I tell the sellers, they say, what's it going to sell for? And I say, well, if I list it for $1 million, expect it could be 850.
Wow.
It could be 875. It might
Yeah.
be
It's changed
925.
a
It could
lot.
be 950. But don't go into this thinking you're going to get 950, because you might not. I might have to drop the price. Because if I have a home priced at $1 million and it doesn't sell within, say, 90 days, I got to go to 950. I have to go to 925, 895, and then an 850 offer isn't so bad if you look at those steps you might have to take.
Right.
Because I just got a deal recently where the seller says, I'm not going to come down 20 or 50 grand. I said, I was a week away from calling you to tell you to drop it 50. So the buyer feels like they're getting a good deal right now, and we made it happen.
Yeah.
But I had to push them a little.
Right,
bit,
you had to talk some sense into
like
them.
we are priced high. Don't look at how much you're coming down. Let's look at what it's really worth. It's tough.
It's hard to hear, but
It is, yeah.
but it's necessary.
But if they trust you, you get deals
Right.
done.
What do you think about, I thought about this, like, okay, like, how can I help my realtors? Sometimes I drive around and think about things like that. And I was thinking, listing a property at a fair price in a good location, knowing what you got. And I'm talking about not your $1 million homes, but I'm talking about a $500,000 home, and listing it, a fair price, and seeing if you have that multiple offers, so bid-in offers. Like, for instance, a house in Naples Park, a nice, not over the top, closer to the street, and you list it for $700 when other houses are going for $750. Do you think that would be a good strategy to get competing bids at that point?
That's a good idea. I've seen it happen a little bit, but I've also been scared that what happens if it doesn't sell. Pat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if it doesn't sell, then you're kind of locked in. You're like landlocked, right? So if it sits there, then you go, oh man, my plan didn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
So that
good
could landlock you a little bit. Now you're kind of stuck at a lower price.
Yeah.
And I found
now
out.
you gotta come down
You found out you list that house, and if you kind of list it where it's supposed to be, but the problem is when you start lowering it, you can't catch it falling. You have to come out with something down here where it lands in, because if you're always trying to chase it down, then everybody gets frustrated. Yeah. So it's a tough one right now. The problem is just for example, I have a listing in Island Walk. There's 38 homes for sale in Island Walk, and that's a lot. We 3 or 4 years ago there was 2 homes for sale. It's just like I always tell everybody, it's like going to buy a Chevy Tahoe on a vehicle lot, right? If there's only 2 Tahoes there, they can ask what they want for the Tahoe. Right. But if there's 38 white ones to choose from or similar color ones, they pick the ones. I mean, they can pick. The buyer picks the one they want, and they can go in and ask for pretty much any price they want. So so that's kind of what we're seeing, and it does frustrate that seller, because they're like, my house is worth more than that because I have shutters, I have the heated pool, I've got the lights in the pool. I go, the reality is people want the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever that is, square footage. And all the other stuff that you put in is nice. It helps sell it, but it's probably not going to give you more money.
Yeah.
During COVID, that worked good. You could do it, and it would blow it up from underneath.
Yeah.
End up selling for $725 or something.
Yeah.
I got a funny recent story, Pat, Tim, and Pat, and the ladies.
Pat and Tim.
And I had this, what was it? This buyer came to me, and what happened here? This buyer came to me and was like, basically, I want to buy this property. And I said to him, you know, there's multiple offers on the property. And they said, we're going to make an offer like 10% below. And I said, you know, with a multiple offer situation, that's not going to really happen. You know, in a multiple offer, which happens very rarely, you're going to have to come in, you know, pretty hot. And they didn't. They came in like 10% below. And we strengthened the offer good enough to close quick enough to meet the seller's needs, let them lease back and stay there for 6 months. And then, you know, then they can have the cash in their pocket to buy something else. And they did. Oh, we got it lower because we allowed them to stay there on the property for a year. You're kind of getting creative. Yeah. Right.
You have to compromise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about. To make the deal happen, you have to compromise.
You do.
Yep, it's great. Well, thank you guys so much. It was. I
us.
love this when we can have this like instant round table. We got some wonderful ladies. You guys are awesome. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Pat, thanks for getting everybody in here.
Yes, thank you,
and
Patrick.
Then obviously, Joe,
thank you, Tim.
got true special powerhouse real estate professional, and it's always good. But no, it's good. Anytime you guys want to come back, please let us know. We love having you. I'm going to get a little music going because we can't just go out of this thing without music.
For Joe Pat.
Okay. What you got?
Can I play something?
It's probably going to get copyrighted.
It's instrumental. So
okay, maybe you can try it.
Not if we go freestyle, though. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Not if we go freestyle.
Take it out with the freestyle. Take it out with the freestyle. Oh yeah, there you go.
Are you ready?
There you go.
You ready?
You guys doing it?
Greatest hip-hop beat of all time.
Man, copyright. All right. Hey, we're going to do a little bit of our ads on the way out as well, but thank you guys so much. Amazing group of people. Join in. Make sure to hit us on Monday. It's going to be interesting. We'll be live. Hopefully it works. We're going to have a great show on Monday. Make sure you join us. It's going to be a big one.
Call me Bonjo because we're living on a prayer. We get everybody asking what we doing down here. Down here in the swamps, in the woods.
Bragging.
Yeah, I know.
Bragging.
What a problem. That's
Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality. They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time.
Is brought to you by Vanguard Partners, a consulting agency built for service-based business owners. If you've been giving away control of your success to marketing agencies, coaches, or even your accountant, it's time to take it back. Vanguard Partners was founded by Bryce, a business owner who owns 3 service-based companies himself. He'll teach you how to generate your own leads, create offers customers actually want, and manage your cash, percentages, and key performance indicators so you're not stuck guessing what's next. Visit Now Trade Money Biz Profit to book a free call and get your business back on track.
Very excited to share news about our great affiliate product, CellFit. CellFit is the first and only therapeutic enzyme that utilizes breakthrough cellular technology to make every cell in your body stronger and healthier. The benefits people are seeing are incredible. Pain is gone. Sleep is better. Energy is increased. Clarity is sharpened. Memory is enhanced. Skin is more clear and radiant. It's 100% bioavailable, which means it starts working right away. It's 100% natural and definitely no junk from China. Get fit from the inside out and get yours today at getselfit.com.
Hey, Patrick, did you take yours?